Alright. 1 second. There we go. Hold on just a second, everybody. Just making sure everything's working alright. Yep, chat seems to be going okay. Let me know if at any point if the audio is weird, and I'll try to fix it. Anywho, alright, so I'm just gonna do a quick lowdown of some house rules and general setup here as people are trickling in. Welcome to the Q&A stream, everybody. The stream will have full spoilers for the Danganronpa series, and of course, all of DR is fair game for discussion, so if you're here and you still haven't played one of the games or watched the anime or whatever else, and you don't want to be spoiled, you should probably dip out. As well, you could definitely expect that some of the more unsavory content in DR is probably going to come up at some point, so any of the warnings I've given at the beginning of previous videos probably apply, but I'll try to be careful about it. Please do not ask questions in the chat, barring one exception, which we will come back to in a second. Please send any of your questions to the Tell On Him inbox, which is linked on screen and in the description. So the box won't be checked after today, so if you're watching the stream archive, it's not going to be answered from anymore. The chat itself should just be used for viewer conversation, so feel free to use it regardless. If you donate money using Super Chat, you aren't required to ask a question, but if you do, provided it is appropriate and non-invasive, it will be pushed up in priority in terms of answering it. If it gets missed somehow, just at me or a mod in the chat. Let's try to keep discussion mostly PG-13, but language is alright. Please don't harass anyone for their spicy Danganronpa hot takes in the chat or otherwise. We're just here to have fun, discussing what we like and don't like about a series that we all care for, to one extent or another, I assume, if you're here. If you hate Danganronpa, that's also cool. So let's keep it lighthearted. And with that all said, I think that's about it. Oh, and of course, don't mention that Austin guy.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, no!
Oh yeah, they said I wouldn't be here for the V3 video. Even I said I wouldn't be here for the V3 video. And they said I wouldn't be in the retrospectives again. But here I am, in the final hour.
It's Austin Otto. And I definitely wasn't saying anything bad about you a moment ago.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I've read enough YouTube comments that are mean to me in order to get used to it.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so, I guess, oh yeah, would you like to make some clarifying statements, by the way?
Oh yeah, so, I am here to be the general question maestro, while Marcy tends to playing the actual game. I'm going to be going through the backlog, in which we have a decent bit of stuff to go through, and I'll just be picking the questions that, are the most good, and the questions that are not good, I will skip over, and then we will go from there.
Yeah, because we actually got way more in the backlog than I suspected that we would, to be completely honest.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, I know we left it up for like 5 days, but even I'm shocked at how much is here.
Yeah, but that being said, I still think that we should definitely sort of, like, vacillate between answering older questions and refreshing to get to some of the newer ones as well. But we'll probably start with some of the older ones.
Yeah, just until we end up getting newer ones, which they're already coming in, so...
Oh boy! Okay, I guess that's probably about... Oh, yeah, the other thing about the guests.
Oh, right, yeah, so we are going to be having a few other guests trickle in as the stream goes on. The stream's probably gonna last, from what I remember, like 3 to 5 hours, give or take.
Yeah, it just depends on when my family's coming back home. When they text me that they're headed back home, that was about when I will have to start wrapping up.
Yeah, so, save your time, because this is the last time this channel's going to talk about Danganronpa for, like, at least a year.
Yep. I mean, we have other plans in the future, but Danganronpa, it's, I'm all Danganronpa'd out.
But you have enough time for a little fun in the sun, a little RPG action.
Yeah, as I said before, by the way, this is my first time playing Danganronpa S. I don't know pretty much anything about it other than that, like, it's got gacha and RPG mechanics, so let's see how that goes.
From what I understand, you start the game, and it's pretty much just like talent plan or ultimate talent plan from V3, and
Which I also
Slay.
didn't play.
yeah. It's an AU where everything is hunky-dory and all the casts are smashed together and they go to Jabberwock Island and then they go, I like your hair, I have abs for some reason, and then there's like romantic tension and they fight Dragon Quest slimes together.
Yeah, as you do whenever you're hanging out with your high school friends.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we should probably get started. We're gonna let the other guests trickle in after, I think after, like, we get through the intro sequence, I've been told is probably a good point, so when we get to that point, I will just ask you, Austin, to go into the stream chat. There's a role that I set up for guests, so it's just literally, like, at guests, and then you can just tell them, like, it's free reign to come in.
Okay, gotcha.
And, yeah. Let's go!
Let's do it.
Oh no.
聞こえる?
Oh, I know who that is. No, Komaeda jump scare.
I think every Danganronpa game should be able to open like this.
Even if he's not involved in the plot at all.
It always starts with the Komaeda, oh hey, you're awake.
だっていきなりこんなおかしなことに
You were a part of that killing game just like us.
Hey, it's me, Tengen. Are you listening?
Oh, there we go. We got the first Tengen joke. We're not even 10 minutes in.
I know. It had to happen. Yeah, we
It had to happen.
somebody in the chat asking Japanese voices. Yes. Absolutely. 100%. Pick your butt up. What do you mean by this, sir? Bear witness. All right. Oh, okay. It's Komaru. I guess I'm wondering if I should be reading the dialogue out loud if you're going to be asking questions.
I honestly, like, personally, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not like we're really here for the story during this run.
Yeah, but, like, to clarify, everybody, like, the Danganronpa S part of the stream is mostly just a background element, so the questions are still kind of, like, the main focus.
Speaking of which, I guess we can get started on that now.
Yeah.
I say we take the first and probably easiest question. Who is your favorite character from each game?
Oh, that's kind of hard. I mean, sorry if I just, like, stop on the dialogue, by the way, when I'm thinking of answers sometimes, because it's a little hard to do both at the same time. But, I think, honestly, like, I mean, everybody knows that I really love Celeste from Danganronpa 1, so I guess that's an obligatory answer. Just go ahead and slot that one in. If it wasn't her, then it would probably be somebody like Junko. SDR2, it's Komaeda. That's an easy one. And V3, probably either, I mean, I guess either Saihara or Akamatsu.
And, as far as I go, I think for Danganronpa 1 for me it's Kirigiri? Super Danganronpa 2, it's obviously Hinata, I said it in the fucking video. And V3, Hoshi, because I'm correct.
Somebody said in the chat that the music gets a little loud whenever we stop talking, so I just turned it down a little bit more. Yeah, just let me know if that's better now. Hold on, let's be quiet for a second. And talk again.
Hello?
Is that any better for the chat? I know there's probably going to be a delay.
Yeah, there is. I have it up on another thing, and it's about, like, 15 seconds off or so.
We're probably going to have to wait then. Okay.
Yeah, okay, they're saying it sounds better.
Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, sorry, were you in the middle of your answer? Or... Oh no, wait, you already finished.
Do we have anything to say about Ultra Despair Girls? I mean, because
yeah,
Komaru and Fukawa. Like, who else am I going to say?
Yeah, I mean, like Komaru and Fukawa, obviously. I think Monica is pretty okay. She has her problems, of course, but like she's a decently good antagonist, so she would probably be runner-up for me in terms of its original characters.
For me, if we have to do strictly original characters, it's either Nagisa or Hiroko.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. What are your thoughts on Himiko Yumeno, since you only briefly touched on her in your video?
She exists. And I don't say that to be mean. Like, she's fine. I do like her development in Chapter 3. It's just that, like, once that happens, she kind of just stops being relevant for the most part. Like, I almost kind of forget that she's involved in the later chapters a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I think that she has interesting ideas on paper, like most of the other V3 characters, but ultimately, like, her development is so very, like, stop-start. Like, even when she gets the development, she doesn't really enact on it very much, like, to the point to where you almost question why it happens at all.
Yeah. Also, oh geez, it's so weird to see, like, the clashing style about, like, these sprites.
Yeah, I really do kind of wish, because I know I wouldn't say they remade some of them, but, like, there are some that seem to be edited, and if they're gonna put in that kind of effort, I wish they just kind of redid them all to be in a similar style.
I mean, like, I know it's probably a lot of money to do something like that, but... Ugh.
Just wait till we get to the swimsuit sprites.
Oh, no. That's one thing. I don't know that much about Danganronpa S, but I do know about the swimsuit sprites, and they are not very good, in my opinion. It's the imposter!
I think the CGs in this game are definitely a huge step up, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Any consolation.
Oh, okay, the kids are also here very suddenly. Even Komaru's like, why are you here? Oh, I just ran into him. Oh, Shirakuma? What? We have Shirakuma? I mean, I knew this was kind of like everybody, but geez.
Yeah, the only characters that I think aren't here are some of, like, the less important UDG characters, and obviously the Danganronpa 3 characters, because even Danganronpa wants to forget that Danganronpa 3 exists.
They were not going to waste money trying to draw all of those characters. Also, I've noticed, by the way, the chat, like the on-screen chat, lags, like, super bad.
Yeah, it does. We just kind of have to deal with it.
Yeah, again, I'm sorry. I have no idea how to handle that. That is just OBS being OBS. So.
Okay, so let's see. Favorite character.
Yeah, we got a lot of favorite character questions.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just get it out of the way up front.
Oh, it's the Mono Cubs, the best part of Danganronpa.
Monosuke sweep?
Yes, can we get a Monosuke sweep in the chat?
Sweep in the chat? If you were able to, would you change the direction of Tsumugi's character?
I mean, I guess? Like, honestly, I don't know. Like, I think in concept she's mostly okay. It's just the execution that I think leaves a little bit to be desired. And that said, anything that you could change about her character to, like, make her more interesting, I think would effectively just mean that you'd have to, in effect, change, like, way more things about the game in general.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are some people who would probably just, you know, they would probably want that to begin with, but I agree. I think it's mostly an execution thing for the most part. Like, you could... I wouldn't say necessarily make her more interesting, because her being not interesting is so much of the point.
Mm-hmm.
But you could probably telegraph like her meaning a bit better, change some dialogue around. But that's really all I think I'd want to do. Maybe I think we talked about this on one of our drives, but I do think it would actually be a nice change of pace if Samugi actually was forced to live after
Yeah.
the game.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the thing, is like she's so obsessed with the fiction of it all. So being like, hey, get outside, touch some grass, live a real life, why don't you? Like,
Delete your fucking Tumblr block.
she's dragged, kicking and screaming. That's it, you're going to Twitter. No, 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 no. Yeah, it's getting increasingly weird to see all of these characters just sort of unceremoniously drop in.
Yeah, I think we talked about this too, but like I also just think it's weird having the V3 characters here
Yeah.
in general.
I agree, because it's just like the V3 characters have such a quality of like deliberate hyperbole to them, where it's like very obviously that they're made to sort of be like these hyper specific, like, oh, look at these wacky ass Danganronpa characters, you know what I mean? That's kind of part of the whole meta layer of it. So seeing them interact with the other characters is just kind of like, what?
Yeah, it's like I get it, because you don't want to not include the V3 cast in your big crossover game, but it definitely does have a sort of dissonance with the rest of Danganronpa, and you know, that's by design in that game, but you know, going out of your way to mash them together, it really shows.
My god, there it is, by the way. It's Mukuro, but they just say Junko Enoshima, parentheses, Mukuro.
Yeah, no, the joke that I made in the Danganronpa 3 video is real. Junko Enoshima too, Mukuro Ikusaba.
They couldn't even draw her, like, some sprites with her just looking regular. Like, come on, man.
Speaking of the question the statement that we just made about V3 merging with these characters, do you think the V3 cast would be in senior year above Super Danganronpa 2 and Danganronpa 1, or lower? And I think they would be freshmen. I feel like that's the most reasonable.
They definitely, like, even just, like, assuming that they exist among the other characters inherently, I think they just carry kind of a vibe of being sort of like younger, fresher-faced kids anyway.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're doing this. Like, they're showing the pods from SDR2, like, all right, we got one for everybody. When there's like 100 fucking people here. They just made like so many more.
They got their top men that Toa to go ahead and make 500 fucking pods.
I mean, you know, it's far from the most unbelievable thing in Danganronpa at this point.
God, the line from Sumiki, just, "Ooh, that's my pod. It was made for me."
I'm returning to it.
Mikan goes back into her pod so she can rest among the slime for 5,000 years. When she gets out, she will be a beautiful butterfly.
I assume that this is the intro, or, well, done, or, well, I don't know, maybe until they get to the game mechanics.
Yeah, I think there is like a little tutorial at the start.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to pay attention to that. I mean, I'm like sort of reading it as we're going. It's just, you know, obviously my focus is split. The fucking reference to going to falling asleep. Kill me. I'm sad. Don't make me sad.
Do you think there's a setting in this game to where you can just listen to Rise and Shine Ursine, but only Rise and Shine Ursine for the entire time?
Please. To answer a person in the chat real quick. Do the questions have to be strictly Danganronpa related? Preferably. Like, we would rather answer Danganronpa related questions, but like if there's one that's just kind of like prudent to the channel or whatever, you can feel free to send it. I just don't guarantee that we'll get around to it.
Speaking of not Danganronpa questions, I know this isn't really a Danganronpa question, but will you be playing Spike's new game, Master Detective Raincoat? Is that technically a Spike game?
Is it a Spike game, or was it, what's the name of that other company?
Yeah, I thought it was just 2Q,
Although
but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it might be Spike. I can't remember. Either way, I will be playing it, yes. I'm pretty much, like, legally obligated at this point.
Yeah, there are a decent few questions about Raincoat in here. I don't know almost anything about it except for the one piece of promo art, but it does look interesting.
The One Piece? Did you say the One Piece?
We're not doing this again.
Okay.
We got it all out of our system when we saw Red a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I and Austin went and saw One Piece Film Red when it opened, and it was awesome, and you should watch it.
Yeah, it is even though I haven't seen One Piece since Dressrosa, even without like 500 plus chapters, lacking of context, it is still by far the best One Piece film. Please do yourself a favor and watch it.
So yeah, I'm really getting the impression here that they're just like, yeah, just go into the virtual world and just do whatever. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna make you kill each other this time. Everybody's still going about the One Piece in the chat.
Yeah, I know. This is just designed for microtransactions anyway. Just who cares?
Yeah, that's another thing. I was pondering for a little bit. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I was like, if you donate in the super chat, I'll roll with real life money in the gacha, but no, don't do that. We're not paying that much attention to the game anyway. Don't waste your money.
Yeah, like, I know we haven't really played Danganronpa S, but to be fair, this is the only Danganronpa game that you can get the full experience of looking at the wiki, so...
There goes the chat catching up again. But yeah. Alright. Let's get another question, perhaps.
Let's see. Thoughts on Komahina? I have to know.
Alright. Okay, fine. Let me set my controller down for this one. So Komahina. I think they have a good aesthetic. Kodaka did say in an interview that he based their relationship on Batman and the Joker, so I think that says a lot about why people are so interested in them. That said, I think as they currently are, there are just a lot of factors standing in their way in canon. Komaeda just being a total bastard is among one of those reasons, especially with the way, like, when he learns how Hinata is not talented, he basically just kind of like, oh, well, then you're just like a little fucking loser, aren't you? But yeah, I mean, like, I don't dislike the ship or anything, it's just not really my personal cup of tea. I think that they would just have, like, a lot of issues to get through before they could get to even remotely a close point of, like, being cool, but...
Yeah, I know I've been saying this a lot, but it's just because we share a lot of the same thoughts. I agree. I think I might dislike it more than you. Like, I agree that it has a decent aesthetic, but as the resident Hinata enjoyer, I have to say, like, that guy doesn't like Komaeda at all past chapter 1. There's no chemistry there besides just complete befuddlement.
Why is Komaeda following me around and saying these things? Why is he whispering to me about the PS5 in my ear?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think you definitely could make it work in some respects. It just would have to be, like, in a way better situation.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure in this game, I think I saw someone say that they shine a light on their relationship there, and I guess that's probably more fine, but I only really care about canon anyway, so...
The Monokuma wands? Excuse me? I'm so glad that we have
right.
I'm so glad that we have Mono Kid here, by the way. Great decision.
Post in the chat if you've ever had a rock hard rager.
No, we can't say that. Don't ask what that means. YouTube, don't worry about it. We meant something completely different than what you're assuming.
I meant whatever Mono Kid meant, and I don't even think Mono Kid knew what he meant.
Okay, want to answer something in the chat about the Kaito question. We might want to just avoid that topic in general for the most part. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think that it's going to bring anybody any joy.
Yeah, it's. I honestly think it's just more trouble than it's worth.
Boy.
Why do you think Seiko paused and looked at Asahina's injury during that final chase scene versus Rurika in Danganronpa 3? I don't know.
Man, I don't know. I don't remember anything about Danganronpa 3 half the time. If I were to give like a serious answer just based on like what little I can remember from context, I think it's just generally because Seiko as a character is somebody who, like, yeah, she has her misgivings with other people, especially with Naegi's team, but I think it's shown pretty consistently that she does have this need to help people and be acknowledged by them. She gets something out of being validated by them. Even Komaeda complimenting her is enough to make her, like, ecstatic. So I think that in that respect, she does, care to some extent. So that's probably why I would guess. But I would have to look back at the scene.
Yeah, it's just like a forlorn glance to be like, oh no, there's some stuff going on, but I can't do that right now because I'm full of rage-a-hole.
Yeah. I've seen some people coming in that are asking some questions in the chat itself, so just to reiterate, ask the questions to the Tell On 'em link on the screen or in the description. Don't ask them in the chat because we won't get to them.
Oh, here's one that actually does mention me.
Although, actually, though, Austin, do keep an eye on the chat just in case there is a super chat, though.
Oh yeah, no, I have been. There hasn't been any yet.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't miss anything.
Assuming you share Austin's opinion that reviving all of Class 77 was a bad writing decision, would you have preferred if only some of the dead Super Danganronpa 2 cast were saved? And if so, who would you bring back?
I mean, no, I don't think that... I think my problem with it was just, like, the logic of it and the way that it sort of messed with the sort of general, like, messaging at the end of SDR2. I think if you just brought back some of them as opposed to all of them, it wouldn't really rectify the issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I would just generally say just leave them as they are. That is to say, to clarify, I think we've said this before, but I just want to make this clearer again. When I say that I didn't want them to come back, I don't mean that I want them to be, like, confirmed dead or anything. I just want it to remain as ambiguous as it was at the end of SDR2. Like, they may wake up in the future, we just don't know.
Yeah, and I definitely think Hinata should have, like, more than 3 days to, like, work on bringing these people back. If he even has powers at all, which he shouldn't.
Oh. We did just get a super chat from Ali Oliver, $10. Thank you so much.
Yeah, rectifying the no super chat issue. Hello to you both. Happy to be here. Happy to have you.
Oh, there it goes. So, sorry, the actual notifications for the chat itself will probably be a bit delayed on the stream. But also let me know, well, I would say let me know if the notification is a bit too loud, but it doesn't actually let me adjust the volume on OBS for the alerts, I don't think, so. If so, sorry.
Oh, got another super chat from Random Dutch. They say, love your videos, keep up the good work.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, everybody's saying the notification sound is loud. Stop donating real quick. Hold on. Let me find the alert box settings. See if I can turn that down some. Where is the volume? Well, is there a volume setting? Where the fuck is it? Oh. Ah, yes, volume. Okay, I'm gonna scale that down to, like, way low. I'm gonna have to change it on all of them. 1 sec.
Yeah, it's fine. I won't, say any questions until you're done.
Okay. The sound is so glitchy sounding. It's, I mean, it sounds like that in the original. It's from the, Mono machine. Okay. I have changed the volume, so next time something comes in, hopefully it won't destroy your ears. Sorry about that, everybody. It's, you know, it's just kind of difficult to, to figure out ahead of time, like, how loud certain things are gonna be.
Okay, so this is another one that we got a decent bit, just, I'm sure this is gonna be, like, a very generalized question. What are your thoughts on Danganronpas?
I have not read any of them, so I couldn't really give an individual opinion, but, I mean, as for the concept itself, that people are making them, I think it's a great thing. I think more people making creative fan Danganronpa projects is awesome, and they should keep doing it.
Yep. I think that if there is a good idea that you want to tell in either Danganronpa main universe, or even do something completely different, or just mash it into something else, you should do it at your earliest convenience, because that is the way that this game series is going to continue being alive until Spike Chunsoft unceremoniously brings it back.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know if there is at any point that you would want to do this, or if you would just rather keep it, like, under the radar, but I know that people have been asking since the DR3 video more about the Danganronpa 3 concept that you had, so if you want to talk about that at some point, I would definitely be down for that.
Oh yeah, I can do that a little, but we actually just got another super chat from Connor M, $4.99. Really proud of you, Nezumi, for completing this physically and emotionally demanding retrospective. Thank you so much for your hard work.
Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It has been a lot of hard work, but it's definitely been worth it just to see everybody's like positive reception and, you know, just generally how much memories it's brought out for fans new and old. I'm really happy for that.
Oh god, another one. Rose Graham, 5 pounds. Do you think Easy Pete from Fallout New Vegas would have prevented the tragedy? The correct answer is yes. Okay, but Easy Pete would have to contest with Tengen.
That's true. That is true. They would. Yeah. I think if it weren't for Tengen, it would be an easy yes, but that would be the challenge.
Yeah. Now, if we got Difficult Pete in there, it might be a different story. Significantly harder Pete.
Oh wow, yeah, those chat notifications for the alerts for the donations are super, like, they lag behind super far. I apologize for that. Again, there's not really much I can do about it, but your name will be on the screen eventually.
I'm probably going to save talking about the Danganronpa thing for maybe later, maybe closer to the end.
Yeah, that's
just
fair.
Because I don't want to like have it cover up all of the questions and stuff. Because we still have quite a bit to get through.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, now it's time for the tutorial. I can actually read the tutorial. Thank you. Excuse me.
And then after the tutorial, I will allow the guests to come in.
Okay, so, battle. Use skills and attacks to take down the enemies. The battle ends when all enemies are defeated, as I would assume. One thing to note, there are special commands that can be used based on character type. Special commands have powerful effects, but they can only be used once per battle. Be sure to use it when you're in a pinch. Okay. It can also be used with the auto feature, so please give it a try. Okay. Alright, we're in our first battle, so I think that'd probably be a good time to welcome in some guests, perhaps?
Yes, some guests. I will send out the notifications. It has been done.
Alrighty. None of you can use skills yet. Oh no, wait, Kibo can. But do I want to?
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's more of a defensive or healing thing, so I don't really think so. Well, he can use barrier though. And then I'll have Tenko amass power for now.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi! Would you like to introduce yourself very quickly?
Absolutely. Hey everybody, I'm Tiny Leaf. You guys can call me Tiny. I am another Danganronpa YouTube creator. I love The Ultimate Imposter. I'm currently rewriting the 3rd chapter of Danganronpa V3, and this is the first time I've been on a live stream, so I'm a little nervous.
Oh yeah, that's totally understandable.
Yeah, it's great to have you on. I've seen your videos around, but I haven't had the chance to watch any of them. So this is my first time interacting with you in general.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
I have
I
watched
totally get it.
most of your stuff.
Thank you. I've also, I think I've been able to see your video on Ultra Despair Girls. I haven't had the chance to see the one about Danganronpa 3 with you in it, Austin. So, oh god, I see all the people that noticed me in the chat.
We'll see if the consensus remains good on Austin after you watch the video. I'm joking.
No, I'm sure I'll be fine. Very glad to be here. Very excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess now would probably be a good time to get another question in so that we can get some of that discussion going.
Yep, I've got a certified classic here for us
right.
that I think we're all going to enjoy having a little discussion about. Favorite execution.
Oh,
Ooh, I love this.
yeah, that's really tough.
List somewhere. I need to remember which one it is. Oh wait, no. I don't remember.
Mine is pretty easy. I think it's Leon's execution, straight up. I think it is so. I think it's so simple, but it's very, very effective, and it really tone sets not just Danganronpa 1, but it kind of tone sets the entire series, honestly.
Yeah,
I love that execution so much.
I might be tempted to say the same, honestly, for the exact same reasons. I know that's kind of a just hopping on Austin's, but...
Yeah.
Oh, also, Ali Oliver 199. Just a little hint, hit ZR to change battle speed. Thank you for that hint, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate it.
I would say my favorite execution, that's hard. I would probably go with, Kaede's execution. Der Falls are just, it combines, the immaculate, that kind of dread from the first game, but also brings it up to, the quality of the art style in Danganronpa V3.
Yeah, it has, a bit more, of a bombastic quality, but also keeps it pretty subdued.
Yeah, I love it so much. But I would say Leon's is probably up there as well.
Yeah, I would say I would probably rank Kaede's similarly. My only gripe with it is just the monocub involvement, which I've said before that I just don't like the monocubs being involved, but
yeah, I block that part from the memory.
Yeah, they don't. It's who are the monocubs? I don't know.
Yep. I have a purely ironic enjoyment of the monocubs.
My actual, to be perfectly clear, because I remember somebody actually said in the chat, or I mean not in the chat, but in the V3 comments, I didn't actually say that much about the monocubs or what I thought about them. It's because I didn't have much to say. I think they're really funny sometimes. I think they're awful other times. They're pretty much completely split down the middle between being the best and worst thing about the game.
Yeah.
So they're the worst, hands down.
As far as which one's the best, obviously it's Monosuke Sweep.
Yeah, true.
I disagree.
That's fair.
Okay, who's your favorite then? Or if you had to pick one.
Monodam. Monodam's pretty much the only one that I was able to tolerate for most of the game.
That's fair, because he doesn't really have, like, any, like, insufferable moments, really. He's just, like, he has his takeover, though, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. I know. I can't. I'm good. I'm readdressing how his involvement in the third chapter.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's...
Hey.
Wow.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, yes. Would you like to introduce yourself as well, Gust?
Sure. My name is Grace Craft. I suppose most people would know me as the person who draws a lot of Sakurai art. So, yeah, that's what I do.
Which, by the way, very based of you.
Very
Thank
good
you.
art.
You know, someone has to do it. It's just a civic duty. So, yes. And when I'm not doing that, I work as a storyboard artist. But yeah, other than that, yeah. I'm
Very
a Sakurai
cool.
enjoyer supreme. Yes.
All right, so now that we have even more people in here, I guess this would also be another good time for another question.
Good question time after I took a big sip of water.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me to do that as well.
Let's see, what do we got here? I'm actually gonna scroll up to some of the newer questions because I've been going off the old ones for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
What is your opinion on Beta Monokuma? He should have been used. Best design in the entire series.
Oh yeah, so for context
Terrifying.
for people who don't know what we're talking about here, Beta Monokuma looks like a little slim Goodbody looking fellow with like his guts exposed. He's like a little human man that's naked but like featureless like a Ken doll. It's extremely
So
strange.
terrifying.
I think that he looks great, but I do agree that, like, for the tone that the game ultimately ended up having, it was just a bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something that works really well about just having an evil robot bear just constantly mocking you and trying to kill you. I think it adds that extra layer of fun to it.
I think...
He's so marketable.
He is.
I want a plushie of Monokuma more than I want to see any piece of merchandise of the Beta Monokuma.
Yeah.
You turned him into a marketable plushie.
I think they should have done something with him. I think it would have been really funny if he was like a boss character in Ultra Despair
God.
Girls.
Oh, terrifying. Oh.
It significantly improves the rest of the game somehow.
Let's see. What if Kazuo Tengen was in V3?
He is. He's every character. I'm so sorry, by the way, Tiny. You don't have the context for this joke yet.
I don't. It's okay.
Tang-
Not really.
Tengen is a strange old man in Danganronpa 3 that turns out to be the mastermind, but he does so many like weird, like nonsensical 4D chess things that we just ended up making a running joke that Tengen is every character in Danganronpa except for Teruteru. Because
Yeah,
he doesn't
except
want to be
Teruteru.
Teruteru.
Oh, come on.
I remember every time I saw art of Tengen, I thought he was Kirigiri's grandfather at first. I was just like, is this? No. No.
Look up this dude.
Oh, please tell us what you think of his design.
So
Yeah.
I think Old Man Kirigiri is in Ultra Despair Girls, right? As one
Oh,
of those,
yeah.
like,
He has,
guys
like,
you
one
can
of the-
find.
Yeah, I saw him.
Real.
I swear I thought that was Kirigiri's grandpa.
Yeah, they do look pretty similar. You just gotta watch out for the Jimmy Neutron hair.
They have a look.
So.
God, we got a lot of questions when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
the girls! Hold on, the girls are on screen. Oh,
Oh, the girls.
aw,
The
look
girls.
at them. Aw.
Then
Anyway, okay.
On my end, it'll be delayed, so right now you're talking about monodom to me, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, no.
the girls monodom
girls.
singular.
Okay, here's one very generalized question that we're gonna have to use a little bit of imagination on.
Okay.
Would you survive a killing game?
Oh fuck no.
No.
I'd be the first to die.
Yeah, I think I would. I mean, like, I feel like this is such a generic, like, sweet girl kind of answer to give, and I think people would probably think I'm full of shit for saying it. But I don't know. I just feel like I'd feel too sad about it all. I wouldn't be able to kill somebody.
No. Or like if I survived, it would be like Tsumugi, where just like nobody, where I'm just like,
Nobody paid
not
attention to me.
noticeable enough, and everyone's just like, it's all right. Or Asahina, where it's like you're just very nice, so somehow you just don't get the target on your back, and I'm like, that's how it would happen. It would just be luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think I'd be targeted because they noticed that I was weak.
Yeah. Well.
I would either stumble blindly through, be undone by my own hubris, or I would be killed out of spite.
That Austin guy, he's gotta go.
He's gotta go. He's ruining the integrity of the channel. I mean, killing him.
He makes a Homestuck fan comic. That's reason enough.
That's more than enough reason for me to be dead.
Yeah.
This was never an option.
Oh, I guess they turned off the audio between scenes. That's interesting.
ちょっと
Put it
I
back
have no
on.
idea what's going on. Is this still the intro?
I don't know.
We are
Yes.
past the tutorial, but we are
You'll-
not past the intro.
Yeah, like you'll know when it's the intro when you get to pick a character to go on the board game for the first time.
Oh, I
That's
see.
when
I
it
see.
ends.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. Well,
I think you get
so
to
we did
choose
get
between
people
the
in.
protagonist?
Oh, so we did get people in a little bit early, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Hey, it's the
It's-
girls picking out swimsuits.
Oh,
Anyway.
good.
Yay! Danganronpa's never objective.
Yay!
No,
This
not at
couldn't
all.
go wrong at all.
Irima's already looks like a little weird, honestly. Like, I'm starting to notice the kind of, like, yeah, like, just the way it's, like, redrawn over the original sprites is just a little strange looking.
Oh yeah, there's Mew. So we're delayed. So anyway, just
Yeah.
seeing that leopard print bikini. Oh god. Okay, very very on brand for Mew.
On that delightful note, I would rather pay attention to a question than the bikinis.
Very fair.
I'm looking. We got a lot of them. It's almost overwhelming.
I like how Angie's is just she takes her jacket off and her skirt off. It's just like okay, she was already ready.
Her jacket was her best feature, though.
It's true. It's such a nice jacket. Oh.
Oh, by the way, this was something I thought about. Should we maybe say our pronouns? I don't know if...
Oh, yeah. I think that would
Oh,
probably
yeah.
be a generally good idea, just for everybody else's clarity.
Yeah.
So I think obviously everybody already knows that I use she, her, but...
I'm he, they.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure, too.
Yeah, she her is good for me as well.
All right, cool.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
And done.
Why is Soda buff?
There's a lot of there's so many male characters that they gave like 6-packs to that I'm like that character doesn't deserve a 6-pack.
Komaida especially does not deserve a
There's so many
six-pack.
girls where I'm like, are you telling me that Akane and Aoi are not jacked? Because I
Yeah, come
can't
on.
believe that.
No.
I've seen swimmers. They could
Have you
absolutely
seen-
bench
yes.
press half of these people.
Swimmers are so buff.
Yeah.
Absolute lack of body type is just disgusting.
It's unfortunate. At least I really love Sakura's swimsuit. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that
can't
one's...
fault that one.
It's really good.
That one's
I just saw
adorable.
it.
It's very good on her.
Yeah.
Oh god, Ishimaru, what did they do to you? No.
Kaito does have a 6.
Oh, there's Sakura. Aw.
I love Sakura's swimsuit. She's so cute in it.
So cute. I had to draw it twice. Oh.
Sakura, unironically, one of the best characters in the entire series.
It's very true.
It's objective.
Aoi and her little, yeah. I think they actually took Aoi's swimsuit from like a DR3 promo image and I think Kirigiri's is from that too, and they just reused it for this. So.
Oh yeah, you might be right
Fun
about
fact.
that. I like seem to sort of vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, now here's the board game. All right. In this mode, you spend 50
Yay.
days on Jabberwock Island as a character of your choice. And how do you spend that time? It's simple. Just roll the dice and stop on a space. Okay.
Chaos.
There are 6 islands. Yeah, so they're like Mario Party boards, but with RPGs that aren't fun to play. Boss Beast is extremely powerful, so it's recommended you obtain the grimoires first. Said grimoires can be found in memorable locales across the islands. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like, yeah, you've played the Danganronpa games, don't worry about it. If you
Yeah,
ever
it's annoying. Later, they like allow you to just buy the scrolls on the middle island, I think, and then you don't have to go through the nonsense of finding each one on each island. But
They're like,
the
I'm
first few
tired.
games around.
Yeah, they were like,
Could be
yeah,
obnoxious.
we'll let you try to play it yourself, and then a couple islands in, they were like, nobody's gonna enjoy this.
Well, no, because it's like it's also like a training game. Like this is how you train all the characters, and it's like, please don't make me have to also find all the scrolls every single time I play this game.
I know there's
power up.
I know
my
there's-
level 100 Sakura.
Oh, sorry. I know there is a chat delay, but chat, which protagonist should we pick? Chat, give your
Ooh.
consensus.
I forget. Is it? Do they let you pick Nagito, or is it? No, it's just Hinata.
No,
I
yeah,
was
it's
curious.
just the main characters.
Not even Kaede. Oh, okay. Oh, Komaru. That's interesting.
Kamaru.
Let's
If
see.
only you could pick Kaede.
Up, we got a super chat from Zelzozu, $2. It says that Tiny Leaf's audio is a bit quiet. Also heart.
I will manually turn it up myself.
I can always yell. I'm not. That's a
Let's
joke.
see.
That's
Komaru, Akamatsu, Hinata.
Scream at the top of your lungs the whole time.
Okay, yeah, just talk a little bit real quick. Sorry, I talked over. Could you talk a little bit just real quick?
I'm seeing that a lot of people are yelling for Komaru right now. Oh, he's.
Yeah, I think that sounds a little bit
Yeah.
louder now.
People, we can't pick Kaede. No, I want to pick
Oh,
her too.
yeah, I
Not
think
Kaede.
somebody, Keem said that you can pick her if you scroll down. Yeah, you can pick Kaede.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I hope the chat can hear me better.
Got another super chat from Ali Oliver. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really like the gameplay loop. Highly recommend at least watching the ending. It's cool. And Kaede is at the bottom.
All right, cool.
Yeah. The only problem is that to get to the end of the main game, I think you have to like play at least once through everybody's play once as everybody.
Yeah, like route.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
characters. Hope you like playing the board game 15 times.
Jesus.
I don't.
I'd say like the little events between them is very cute though. So it was always fun to. It's like, ooh, time to see how these characters, who I don't even know how they would interact in real life, like, you know, how it's even possible for them to meet, interact. So
Is there somebody's asking for a formal vote? Is there a way we can do a formal vote?
We can do like a straw poll or something.
Yeah, would
yeah, we could do
you
a straw poll.
would you mind setting one up, Austin? Because
Yeah, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Got another super chat. Noel S, $5. Mukuro and Maki not having at least 6-packs is criminal. Also, thanks,
Dude,
Marcy,
it's
for
true.
dropping the P3 video on my birthday. Have a good stream and day for you four.
oh, thank you.
Yay, thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
glad to have
thank
dropped the
you so
video on
much.
your birthday. Happy late birthday.
It's like 30 degrees out right now.
Yeah, that's very true. Mukuro and Maki are especially. That's travesty.
It-
like, you're telling me with all the sit-ups Maki did that.
Yeah, come on. Oh, do YouTube streams have polls?
Oh, do they? I actually don't know. I know someone mentioned maybe making a pin earlier, but I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure I've been in a stream before where the where the streamer did make a poll.
Huh. Okay, let
Is that
me.
in your options then, Marcy?
Yeah, let me check it real quick. No, don't do that. Don't start the stream on my end. I don't want to watch my own stream.
I don't know how it works.
No, pause that. Okay, there we go. Okay, engage with your audience. Start a poll. Yes, okay.
Okay. that
So
works.
let's add
Lots of
option,
polls,
add
everybody.
option. Okay. Protect. Let's put Nagi. Wait, no. Okay, yeah. Hinata. Komaru. Saihara. Oh, they only let you put.
Amatsu.
They only let you put 4
no.
options.
No.
Well,
It is.
I'm just gonna put Kaede on here because she's had too much taken away from her.
Yeah. Let her have one thing.
Sorry, Sushi. It's not happening.
Love Saihara, but he'll have his day some other day.
Go Coyote Nation.
Oh.
Yep. It's looking Kaede in a landslide.
Everything's coming up Akamatsu, baby.
Let's go.
All right. Well, yeah, it's just really overwhelmingly. Okay, I'm gonna
have a
actually
good night,
close that. I'm gonna close that stream tab real quick. Okay, so got another Ali Oliver $5. Yes, find the end on YouTube is best. Again, I liked it, but get not being for all. I'm a boring person, suck for interactions. Sorry for many chats. Don't worry about it. We definitely very much appreciate it. And yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I just really like character interactions in general. That's half of the reason why I really liked the story for Sonic Frontiers. Pick it up. I'm not being paid by Sega, but I will be if they let me.
But I will accept money. Yeah.
But yeah, okay, I guess we're going with Kaede then. Oh, wait, I gotta click back on the game tab. Okay, there we go. Start training.
All right, and now that we're starting training, I will give us another question. Do you think that a Blackened ever won and got away with murder in the V3 universe? Congrats on finishing the retrospective series, by the way. You really outdid yourself.
I don't... Honestly, like, I think while there are so many seasons that it would be, like, interesting if it did happen at some point, I feel like because of the show format and, like, just in general what, like, Team Danganronpa would want from it, I would assume that they probably wouldn't let it happen.
Yeah, I think that every Danganronpa season, as shown by V3, is sort of like forced to follow the Danganronpa formula, as evidenced by Junko Enoshima, the 53rd.
Yeah.
It would be very funny though if like they tried to do that one season and it ended up being the first trial, and then everybody got so mad because they've been hyping it up for months. And
Oh god, that'd be funny.
Just, like, completely ruin their series. Everybody's like, I'm not tuning into next year's Danganronpa. Fuck this series.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're landing on Komaeda.
no.
I want this twink obliterated.
Peace was never
Get
enough.
get him out of here.
Let's see, where can we go? Haha, we can go here. Oh, it's a mid-boss. Mono Sludge.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, those mono
here.
creatures. I like keep forgetting about the first island because yeah, since I've been playing to train characters, it's like I'm mostly just on the last island, just being like, all right, and time to spin the dice and give me another 5 level ups and
Yeah.
which power up do I want this turn? So interesting seeing all these lower level Monokuma bosses.
Let's see.
And discount Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Digimon, that little cat one, but that's just like a head, looks like a Nyaramon. I'm just like that's just a Digimon. Don't
Don't worry
Do
about
you
it.
think do you think the Mono Beast could technically be categorized as Bakugan?
Yes, absolutely.
Hmm.
Perhaps.
Let's see here. Are there any characters that you'd like to see an execution for that didn't get one? I like a lot of the conceptual executions that were outlined in the art
yeah.
books, like Ishimaru's and Togami's.
I think
Yeah,
Ishimaru's
Aoi
is
sounded
really
very
good.
tragic.
Although I will say, as far as Ishimaru's goes, I can understand why they didn't end up using it because it's literally like staged like a political assassination, so that might be a bit much.
Oh no, I got JFK.
Danganronpa's not that cool.
Yeah, Aoi sounded interesting. I think because I think she like gets dunked in a shark tank, and I'm like, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, it's
My promise.
yeah, no, it's
Okay.
it's kind of like the magic act from V3.
Oh no.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be really cool. I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure. Because I feel like there are some opportunities for like fears that just like I would have loved to see an execution that really played on claustrophobia.
Yeah.
Because I hate myself.
Yeah, or a better bug execution, like with spiders.
Please.
Yeah.
A better bug execution, please. Everybody, I know they're gonna want me to go for Kamaru on the board because I have one.
I feel like it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah. I would be interested in seeing an imposter execution because
Oh yes.
just especially if it was like mirrored after Byakuya's hypothetical one.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
interesting.
that would be
It's like
interesting
a-
actually.
Yeah, it could be like Togami's actual execution, but it's like kind of weird and warped. It's almost like it's like a completely it's like a funhouse mirror version of it. That's a good word for it.
Another $5 from Ali Oliver. Last for a bit. Hand holdings are interactions. Exclamations are events. Dark red is mini boss. Light red is regular enemies. Good luck, have fun. Thank you.
Hey, someone new.
And we have a new guest. Hello.
Wow,
Yeah, aim
hello.
for the little handshake.
Hi. Would you like to introduce yourself, guest?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Key. I'm an artist, and I also have a YouTube channel, I guess. I guess I can say I did the little artwork that you see on the side of the stream right now. But thank you so much for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will be the resident Komaida appreciator on this stream, so you know.
It's
have
dirty
some
work, but
variety.
someone has to do it.
Yeah, you know, I'm also Australian, so that's some support here. Shout out to any Australians awake right now, because it's 6 a.m.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that you got up for this, but I definitely appreciate it regardless.
We appreciate the
I
hustle.
did it for you.
Wow, so many high jump cards. Oh.
Yeah, let's not stop there.
I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, it's a little complicated.
Yeah.
But
Well, I will join in now, and we can talk.
I like that we've seen multiple, we've seen people rise up for the imposter and the Komaida people.
oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
some people in the chat are saying stuff about like, oh, I feel like I recognize Key's art. Yeah, Key did the very popular Tsumugi villain PV like animatic thing, which is
just incredible.
yeah, it's one of my favorite
man,
fan
thank you
works
so
for the
much.
whole series, probably.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah. It's really weird because I did not expect so many people to actually like watch a Tsumugi focused anything.
Well, I think the thing is that like it just brings out a lot of what I think her character potential is in a very interesting way.
There's a
Thank you
lot.
so much.
Tsumugi is conceptually the funniest character ever.
She is.
Junko Inoshima, Kenny, who takes the bit way too far.
I'm having Kaede make a haunted house at the moment, by the way. Nobody can
my
see
God.
what they're eating.
Oh yeah, that's the one where it's like, do you want to make a haunted house or like an actual tropical themed restaurant? It's like,
No, haunted house.
I mean, we're just leaving behind October, so there was only one choice for me.
That's true. I know there's like, I know it'll give you different stat boosts depending on decisions you make and the exclamation mark things, but heck if I remember what each one does.
I guess I'll just like get rid of some of these high jump cards, I guess, because
Yeah,
I have
you have
so
a
many
lot of high
them.
jump cards, and personally, I think they're kind of, they're such a mixed bag because I think they just make you jump up really high and you land somewhere random, and I think sometimes that can be a different maybe it's in the same island. I don't think you hop to a different island, but I could be wrong.
The hope card. Use. Oh, okay.
It's
to
weird.
negate. Yeah. I'll just
Personally, I
use
like
one real
The high
quick.
jump card,
Yeah.
you just jump to another place on the same island.
Wait
Oh,
until
hey.
you get the quintuple move card. That's my
I just used one and it landed me somewhere very interesting.
Yes, yeah.
Kuzuryu, my boy, my little man.
What? Is it the boy?
It is the boy.
the
I love
boy.
him.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I guess we should probably
Catching
go
up.
ahead and. Oh wait, there's another donation real quick. Roast
Yep.
Graham, 2 pounds. Naigiri Saimatsu are in fact Easy Pete enjoyers.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That is the most correct sentiment that's been on this stream so far. Thank you, Rosegram.
Aw,
Um,
please.
But yeah, I guess what I was about to say was I guess we should probably go ahead and do another question.
Yep, I got one up right here. If you could rewrite Mukuro's character, how would you change her? In my
would-
opinion, yeah.
Yeah, I would just keep her like mostly the same as Zero. Just get rid of all the weird shit.
Yeah, just
Yes.
get rid of all the,
Yeah,
That stuff.
yeah,
Let's ignore the DR3 characterization of
yeah. Like just make her like she is. Just make her like she is in Danganronpa If. That's like the
Yeah,
perfect way to do it.
yeah, just use if as the template, and you think about nothing else.
Because that's the thing, like, I think it's a little strange that, like, she has such a shifted demeanor from being, like, in Danganronpa If she's, like, pretty... Like, she's not entirely stoic, but she's, like, she's still kind of got, like, that cold, kind of, like, to herself sort of energy. And then in DR3, she's just, like, rambling, like, melting all over the place. Like, Junko-chan, wah. It's just really weird.
Yeah, no, as an older sister,
Yeah.
that's all I'm just like, that
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an older sister as well. It's
Danganronpa,
Hey,
stop
older
being this way.
sisters in the chat. Make yourself
Represent.
known.
I'm the
Older
younger
sister,
sister, so...
It's funny because I'm at the very, very base level. It's like I am more the introvert and my sister is more the fashionista. So it's almost, we're not like them, but at the same time, there's a shared link in the very base level.
oh, same. That's my sister's the more outspoken one.
Yeah, the introvert extrovert dynamic of sibling.
I think I went too far, too quickly. I need to leave this place, I think.
Yeah.
No, you gotta.
No, you're still. Oh, I
what
see.
the
You're not ready for the
heck?
boss.
Yeah,
What
no.
level are you at?
I mean, like, I'm at, what, level 8?
I mean, to be fair, the boss is kind of scale. I mean, well,
Do you think
You
I
can
could
see
do
if you
it?
can
also
just like cheese it.
I mean,
yeah, they
what's
do-
the
it's
worst
not
that could
as hard as You
happen?
might think it is.
What's the worst that could happen? I just die?
Well, the worst that can happen is it might send you. Actually, I think it only sends you back to the beginning of this room. So
Oh,
you'll
really?
Be fine. I think.
Yeah,
I think-
that's not really
I
that
think-
big of
yeah.
a punishment.
I was like, yeah, I don't think they send you all the way back to square one. I think they just send you to the back of this room.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think
Go up, then back
and she's
down, somebody said, which I can
Oh
also
yeah,
do.
and Kaede's a balance type, which I think has some. I think she gets a special balance move, like she can heal herself or something.
Oh,
so
really?
There's potential for cheese.
The bosses are insanely easy, usually, somebody says. Just go, lol.
Th-
Okay, yeah.
This one is at least. Sometimes they can get a bit harder. I remember struggling on Island 2 or 3, I think.
I'm just gonna get one of these. Okay. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Celeste!
you're mowing them down. I think you'll be okay because the darker red squares are usually the harder enemies. So if you're taking those down, yeah, hopefully the boss shouldn't be too hard.
I had to get Celeste, that was mandatory.
Necessary.
I was gonna get rid of it. Okay. I guess we could probably go ahead with another one. Sorry, I didn't
Yep.
have to keep saying it. It's just like,
Yeah,
anytime
I
there's
just
anytime there's a
Yeah.
silence, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, we gotta keep.
We gotta
going, and
keep
also,
going.
I don't want to just like interrupt discussion and be like, "Hey guys, another question."
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
do it in that
Okay.
same voice.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, we got another Danganronpa V3 question. Do you think that the controversial nature of V3's ending has kind of ruined discourse around the game's other aspects? I'm not a huge fan of V3, not because of the ending, but because I found most of the characters unlikable for me personally, and the murders are kinda but all discussion online is always centered around whether V3's ending has ruined the series or not.
Yeah, I think it sort of has poisoned the well a little bit. I mean, like, understandably, people want to talk about the ending because it's probably one of the most important aspects of the game, but I feel like there is a lot more to it that just kind of does get swept under the rug because there's just a general sentiment of a lot of people like, well, why would I discuss the rest of it? Because none of it fucking matters.
Yeah, and I'm definitely more critical of V3's ending. I do think it kind of is a little full of itself. It gets kind of circuitous, but I don't think that it ruins all of Danganronpa, not in the slightest.
Yeah, I encountered that sentiment a lot when I talked about V3. Like, when I was talking about, like, oh, there's these other reasons people may not like it. Like, some people don't like the characters, don't like the world, blah, blah, blah. And there were just, like, so many people, like, why does it matter? It's the ending. That's why people hate it. And I'm like, no, there are other valid reasons to be kind of upset with the whole game.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely more aspects that are very questionable about V3 aside from the ending.
Yeah, I remember that I didn't really like any of the characters until like maybe chapter 3, which
Yeah.
that was I believe that's kind of a bizarre turn of events given how chapter 3 went.
Yeah, I think like the thing about the V3 characters in particular too, somebody pointed this out in the comments on the V3 video, but I think like it just kind of takes them longer to sort of feel like a group that gets along or has like a lot of group dynamics, I guess. It feels like the other two games, like they kind of got to that a little quicker.
Agreed. That's exactly what. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's one that's very Marcy focused. How was the process of creating the Danganronpa videos? What was your thought process going into it, and overall, what were some parts that you really enjoyed making or otherwise really struggled with in particular?
Oh gosh, I mean, the whole thing was just like, when I started it was just like so sort of like spur of the moment, I guess. Like, I didn't really have a battle strategy, so to speak. I am exiting the thing for just a minute, by the way. I'm gonna walk around a little bit, but I'll get back to that. Anyway, but yeah, like, when I started getting into it, of course, I started, like, having a general, like, a better idea of what to do with it, what things I wanted to do, how I wanted to structure it. I feel like you can definitely see that evolve over the course of them, with some, like, the discussion elements sort of taking a bit more of a center focus. It was just kind of really hard to balance the recap and the discussion, because it's like, if you're doing a retrospective, you kind of want to, like, give full context for everything that you're talking about, obviously, even the minute details. That's why I kind of like get a little defensive when people are like, hey, aren't these videos like full of recap? And it's like, well, no, I mean, yes, but no. Like, I have to tell you what's going on so that I can tell you how I feel about it. Otherwise, it's just sort of like apropos of nothing. But
Yeah,
I guess that would
also,
probably
like-
be the biggest challenge. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like, we've talked about this, but I don't really know how you can do a retrospective series and not go over the content of the games, especially for
Yeah.
people who don't know what's going on. Like, I do think if you're going into a retrospective series, you probably should have, engaged with the material, but not everybody's going to do that.
Yeah,
you have
and
to
I've had,
account
like-
for that in some way.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people say that, like, which, I mean, not that I'm saying I would recommend this necessarily, but I'm not gonna, like, condemn anybody's decisions either. But, like, I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, I just use this to engage with the Danganronpa series because I don't plan to play them myself, and I liked the videos. So, like, if I had done it with just targeting Danganronpa fans in mind, that would be, like, leaving a lot of people out.
Yeah.
I think it's good too because like you forget what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
having the refresher while you're discussing what like specifically is bothering you or like interests you at certain points, I think that's actually a good format.
Oh yeah, and somebody in the chat just said, "I love the recap. It's like watching / playing the game without having to see anything triggering. It personally means a lot to me." I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's also sometimes just, fun is to just like hear someone else describe the story to you. It can kind of, I don't know, something about that feels very friendly and welcoming.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Who would you think could replace Makoto Naegi, Hajime Hinata, and Shuichi Saihara as the protagonists that they were axed off in their respective games? Well, one of these is a very obvious answer.
Yeah. Obviously, we would just slot Akamatsu right on in. Sorry, Saihara. But as for the other two, though, I know we talked about, like, I haven't actually seen it myself, but I know that there's, like, a popular AU/Fengen thing for SDR2 where Koizumi is the protagonist. And I think that...
Ooh,
I think that works pretty well. And they also, like, canonically make her a lesbian in it, which is also super based.
Yeah, I've talked with the artist who does that, and I know some of the people who code for Mark II. It's a really interesting thing. And I also think Hinata does work well as the quote-unquote, like, detective character, like your sidekick. I think it's really interesting to see how that plays out.
I know a lot of people would probably say, "Oh, well, let's make Komaeda the protagonist," but let's be honest. He's too unhinged to carry the game on his own.
No,
He needs to be like observed from the outside.
Yes, he I feel like it would be very interesting though to know what it's like going on in his head.
Yeah. I guess you do.
We already
in
do.
Chapter 4, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Grape House segment.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's like he's the main protagonist, and every time you talk to a person, he's like, "Oh, that was wonderful. Oh, it's so hopeful."
Oh, I love this hope. My talent is useless, but
These people, they're so much better than me.
all I can do is shoot
I
text
think,
out
like,
of the
after
out of the
five-
sky.
After 5 times, you'll be like, "Okay, I think we're done with this."
So what
To
about
give it,
DR1?
yeah,
Or
for
did we-
DR1,
for-
I
Kyoko.
yeah, I feel like Kirigiri would be an easy choice. I think maybe.
That kind of ruins the mystery of the
Yeah,
unveiling
that's
of
true.
the character,
She just kind of knows what's up the entire time. Personally, I think that we should just be in Yamada's head the entire game.
I would rather not.
Personally, I'm biased. I'm like, Aoi would be an interesting pro tag to replace because she's also kind of equally.
That's
I don't know,
actually-
she's very.
That's actually what I was thinking too. Like she kind of
Yeah.
has a bit more of an everyman quality, I guess. Like she's still got, her
Every girl,
talent.
Pinky girl, yeah.
But
Yeah.
like at the same time, I feel like she would slot into those social dynamics well.
I also
Then you
think,
could spend more time with Sakura. It'd be great.
Yes,
Everybody
exactly.
would-
I think it'd be
Oh my
interesting.
god, Sakura as the like second person. I don't know.
Oh,
the
yeah.
sidekick.
I don't know how that would work unless you know you're the mole. Yeah, that'd be very interesting.
Yeah. I have also seen some fan art, or like I don't remember where I've seen it, where like Chihiro was the protagonist, and I also thought that was pretty.
Ooh,
Yeah, that would
be
be kind of
interesting.
interesting.
I'd be down for that.
We could get the development that the second chapter never gave us.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think, Austin?
You're the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think personally, if I had to think of the ones that we just said, probably Asahina, if I had
Yeah.
to choose. But I do completely stand by the fact that Hagakure would be funny.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
very
God, that
funny.
would be-
I'm
You get to
wondering,
see all
what
of
do you guys
Hagakure's
think
thoughts
about like?
him and being in debt. Sorry.
Oh no worries. I was thinking, what do you think about like Junko or Tsunugi? Like if they were the protags.
I mean, like that would be a very interesting reversal for sure. But
Very different game. Yeah.
You could do the classic trope of, oh, it was me all along with Junko, and I know you could do it with Tsumugi too, but I think with Tsumugi in particular, it's a little harder. I wouldn't say it would be harder to make it interesting, but again, she's just so very Klain. I think he would spend most of the game being like, my Blorbos are fighting.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm seeing it up close. Wow, I defeated the boss in 2 turns.
Oh, here's one, because I don't know when we're gonna get the chance to talk about this. What are your thoughts on Ultra Despair Hagakure?
Go back to that game. I refuse.
It's good when canon doesn't speak.
Yeah, that's generally my sentiment about it, although admittedly it has been quite a long time since I've read it, so I would probably have to, like, reread it to give you a more comprehensive opinion.
Yeah, I don't remember too much of it, but I do remember liking it whenever canon just isn't being completely weird.
Yeah. It's almost like Danganronpa has a problem with this or something.
Use your 1 move card to get the treasure. Unless you've already moved.
Oh yeah, I already
behind,
moved.
so.
Yeah, I moved
Okay.
1 square.
Okay, good.
I was lucky like that. So, like I said, I haven't, like, my mind on the game has been very, like, very split.
Just going back to Ultimate, whatever it was, Hagakure. I just remember, like, okay, Hagakure will never die. There's been so many situations where he's been in, like, I don't know, he's about to, like, so close to death. And then, like, even in this light novel, I'm pretty sure he's, like, getting choked out at one point. But I'm like, this man will not die.
Yeah, I think it's just, like, at this point, he's just, like, it's funnier if he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't he also get locked out of the killing game in VR?
Yes, he did. Yeah. He's just constantly failing upwards.
I mean,
Story
have
of
you
his
guys
life.
seen, like, I think it was, like, the demo or, like, a teaser for
Right,
Danganronpa,
yes,
the first one,
yes.
where he is illustrated as dead.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only, he can
That's right,
only
he
die
dies. He
in
dies
demos.
in the demo for V3.
Only in the demo, yeah.
Yeah, because...
The demo for the first game also had him.
Yeah, because originally they were
Yeah.
trying to sort of, like, hide the fact that Mizuno would not be your assistant for the whole game, so they just had Hagakure die in the demo.
Face.
He-
Alright.
Oh,
His mom's
Yeah, get to it, Austin! Chop chop!
yeah. Okay, well, first of all, I have to say, incredibly based opinion, Hagakure's mom is very hot. Best character in the series.
She's wonderful.
So, this isn't actually a question in the telenym. I just want to ask it to you guys, because I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Which Danganronpa season is the best? I'm personally a fan of Danganronpa 37, The Quest for More Money.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, that one was pretty good, but Danganronpa 28 is where it's at for me.
I gotta
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Gotta go with Danganronpa 40.
Oh, 40, really?
Out of 17, yeah.
See, like, you guys were talking about seasons that happened. I think about, like, Danganronpa 69. Damn, like, that was amazing. The concept,
It's too bad we never got to that.
Yeah, Danganronpa 69, Sans Strikes Back.
Sans Mida finally becomes canon.
oh, hell yeah.
Actually, yeah, I want to change it. Danganronpa 69, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that storyboarded scene they had where Komaeda and Sans passionately kissed was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the finger scene was kind of spicy,
Yeah,
though.
it was a little much for me, admittedly, but
Yeah. I think we're also
Just crying his eyes out.
I think we're also forgetting about Danganronpa 1.5, where Monotaro and Monofeni raise a young Naegi in the wild.
God.
God.
Yeah, I didn't like the CG live action remake of Danganronpa 1.
Yeah. They shouldn't have gotten Joss Whedon for that.
God damn it.
Breathe.
Okay.
Oh, wait, thinking of, like, live action in mind, like, not really. Have you guys watched the stage plays?
Yes.
I have watched the first
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen the first one.
I think they're actually really
Second
interesting.
one- yeah. I haven't been able to find the second one with subtitles. I think
Yeah.
they might have removed it. Yeah.
I just remember the only thing I know about the stage plays is that one, the Komahina is strong, and two, at some point Tugami wears like a snorkel. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, I love the.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some great Sakurawi in the in the first two.
I think
stage
one
play,
of
I will say.
one of the most interesting things about the stage play to me, if other people don't know, is that in the DR1 stage play, they actually forego having Junko die at the end.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just like let her live,
Damn.
which is a really interesting choice to me. And I think it's also very clear by that it's like, oh yeah, Kodaka regrets killing Junko so soon.
I mean, yeah.
Oh. Whoa.
Okay.
I need to like fact check something.
Oh, okay, we gotta go behind ourselves. We gotta figure out.
Because, yeah, like, speaking of Junko's stage actress, it's pretty unfortunate.
Oh
but
yeah, that was Sayaka Kanda, who also voices
Yeah.
Akamatsu.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
has tragically passed away.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get much into it when I mentioned it very briefly in the V3 video, just because obviously, you know, I don't want to like make a spectacle of you know, anything that happened there, like really get into it out of respect for, you know, her and her family and stuff. But it is very tragic. She was a super talented person.
So, not to leave on that note, but I have to go do something really quickly. I'm going to leave you guys on another question.
Alrighty.
What is your favorite Danganronpa novel? I will be back.
Favorite
read
Danganronpa
any of
novel?
them, so I don't know.
I mean,
I have read several of the mangas though. There's a really cool manga that like goes through different characters' perspectives through the different chapters.
oh
and,
yeah, I remember
which
that.
Includes, yeah.
It
So
was one of the
I bought
first
all
ones,
4
I think.
Volumes. Yeah. And there's a great, and of course the chapter 4 one through Sakura's perspective is my favorite. So
Yeah. I
it
think
hurt.
my favorite novel though would definitely just be like Zero. Just because it's enough of a, like, if you really wanted sort like some more background information on like sort of the Hope's Peak era stuff before the tragedy, I think that's a good sort of like middle ground where they can explore that character and like stuff within a framework of an original story, but it doesn't feel the need to be like super tied up in explaining all of the lore, so it doesn't suffer the same issues as Despair Arc does, in my opinion.
Yeah.
As someone who's only read like a summary of DR0, I think when you talk about like light novels, probably Danganronpa If, because like that one's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I guess that would count as a
Well-
light novel as well. I mean, it is pretty short, but like it's still, you know.
Yeah.
that's where the light comes in.
Well, yeah,
Light
exactly.
Yeah.
Very extremely light novel.
Unfortunately, it's just that like Kirigiri and Togami are. Wait, is Togami a light novel? Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
Togami
that
has his own novel.
accessible.
But yeah, the
It's not
Togami
very
and
easy to get
Kirigiri
to.
ones are not like they might have fan translations, but I don't think they have actual like official translations. And Zero's is like easily the easiest to find by like Googling.
I think my friend told me that Sakura's in Byakuya's because I think Byakuya like gets her help with doing stuff, and she
Oh,
does
that's
so many
interesting.
more incredibly insane feats of strength that you're like, Sakura. Like, I think she
Sakura.
walked
That's
to a
good.
different continent using like that backstep method that Hoshi used, and I'm like, excuse me, she can travel where? Just using that weird size. Now she's in Australia. Yeah, it's like I don't know the details, but I was just like, wow.
Yeah, you know,
sounds
why
like She got godly power up.
Key, you have to find Sakura.
I have to find Sakura. Don't worry, she's on my shelf.
I never learned how to read any of them. I
Yeah.
never learned.
That's fair. They're not really as accessible as the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, I think I have like there's somebody who like translated Hagakure online, and I've had that on my tab, and I'm like, I should read this, and I just haven't yet. So
I think that's something you can read if you finish Ultra Despair Girls.
Yeah, it's on the little extras menu.
Yeah.
I return.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
On that note, actually, while you've come back, I'm going to get more water.
Hydrate.
All right, it's time for me to lead the stream.
Alright, go for it.
I can't play the game or anything, so all I have are these questions.
All we can do is look at Kaede.
Yeah.
Travesty.
The pork burger diner.
Burger, pork, burger, pork, burger. Yeah.
So let's see, what other questions do we have here? Okay, yeah, here's a good guest question. This is something that they would ask on like fucking, I don't know, game shows, American Idol. If you had a super high school level talent, what would it be?
Yes, I love this one.
All right, who wants to go first?
Yeah. I don't know. Super high school level pretentious English major.
Yeah. I don't know if this sounds pretentious too, but ultra super high school level storyteller. I
That'd
just
be fun.
because storyteller is just a broad concept. You could probably do some interesting things with that. Could make for an interesting execution too.
Yeah, that does
I
sound
thought
nice.
about it. Yeah, artist has already been taken by Yonaga, but it's also very generic, so I guess there could be like painter, but I think what would be really fun is ultimate ornithologist. So I'd basically just be going to but birds. So
Oh.
You can have an army of birds like Dum Dum.
yes.
Monsters.
But then
That'd be
there
really
could be like
threatening.
references to the birds and whatever Danganronpa game features the ultimate ornithologist. It'd just be like a horde of crows. Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Or that'd be the execution method, which would also be terrifying. So
I don't know. I haven't really thought about like an ultimate.
sorry, the chat said super high school level Sakurai shipper. That is also true.
You're right. I am ultimate Komaida enthusiast.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
That's all
using
you need to know.
I think using joke levels is just as good. Super high school level Bart Simpson.
That's what I come back to.
Super high school level shit poster. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about what our super high school levels would be.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know what mine would be, honestly. I've seen like some people say, like, okay, I have to like somebody actually sent something about this to the Tell on him, but I have to mention
know what we're
this.
gonna talk about, yeah.
So apparently somebody made a like Danganronpa YouTubers thing. It's just like a little like YouTube animation thing, and they put me in it, which was really like very surreal. Had no idea that this happened until like maybe a month or so after. It was a very funny experience, not because it was like bad or anything. Like, you know, I definitely appreciate the enthusiasm, but it's just very like, that is not the type of thing that I would expect to happen. And in that, they made me the super high school level video essayist, which very kind of you. I think I could think of several other people that I would probably give that to first, but
God, someone in the chat.
Well, it's okay. You could be the super high school level Danganronpa video essayist.
I mean, I still feel like I would be a little presumptuous by saying that, but
No, this is all you're allowed to do until the end of time. You will talk about Danganronpa.
well,
I mean,
time better end very quickly.
That's your own execution.
Oh god, yeah. That's yeah.
You just watch Danganronpa 3 until you die.
No.
I actually think that's a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there was a question about Danganronpa 3 that I talked to Marcy about that I wanted to get to. Where is it? Where is this one question?
someone in the comments says super high school level
Oh.
sleeping to avoid life.
I haven't been paying it to. I was just like going through and hitting like buy on all these, and it was the whole time it was like your inventory's full, you can't. I just like wasn't paying attention to it.
Okay, I found it. Here it is. not really a question, more of an observation. In your
Okay.
Danganronpa 3 video, you question what did Makoto use to cut his hair and where he got it. But you also said in your Super Danganronpa 2 video that Hajime cut his hair, but didn't question what he used and where he got it. Makoto and Hajime were in the same place. And you see, the problem with this is that Naegi had his original hair, and he was already on the boat, and clearly had his old hairstyle when he was leaving, so how Hinata got his haircut is irrelevant, because Naegi clearly didn't get his haircut. And then in a flashback earlier, they show him with the short hair at a time when he possibly couldn't have had it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't mean to, like, to be clear, I don't mean to, like, shit on this person or anything, like, fair enough if you want to ask something like that. It's just, it was just, like, a very funny question, because it was like, man, I don't know, like, but I, like, the thing to me, like, yeah, it's just, like, Hinata's haircut thing was a thematic thing, and of course, it's just, like, it doesn't really specify when he does it, either. It's just, like, it's just a symbol type thing. Naegi's is just like a weird design quirk. And like I said in the video too, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, the haircut thing doesn't actually bother me that much. It's just a sign of an inconsistency that, like, when you get into the more major inconsistencies in DR3, it's like, okay, this is becoming a pattern. So if it was just an isolated thing, like, I wouldn't really give a shit.
Yeah, it's just the start of a big domino chain. It all starts with Naegi's hair, and it ends with him becoming the principal. We go full circle.
Hypothesis: everyone's just bald and they all have wigs.
You know, fair enough.
Yeah.
Bald girl representation.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, double move.
Oh, wait until you get quintuple move. That's my favorite. Fly across the board sometimes.
I just gotta get rid of this hope card. It's not being used for anything.
Or actually, the quintuple is funny because if you get one, you just move 5 spaces, and you're like, well, that was a waste of a card. Could be one, could be a crazy amount of spaces you can move. Your mileage may vary, literally.
We just got a really good question.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Do you ever wonder why the V3 cast never just thought to build a ladder to scale the wall?
Oh, I've been killed. Also, sorry, I was paying attention, but this is the first time that I was not able to do very well on a boss battle. Oh well.
You should be able to build that ladder.
Yeah, she could.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I don't
you're
know.
fighting a high-level boss.
She has a conflict of interest.
Yeah, Kaide's just dead instantly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I beat the other one, so
Oh well.
it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Which one were you fighting?
It was
The horse.
Yeah, the horse.
Oh, the horse.
The horse.
Oh, you know about the horse.
Oh, the horrors of the horse.
Peter, there's a horse in here.
Remember that one time we were locked in Hope's Peak Academy?
It reminds me of one time I was talking with the crew on Clone High, and we were like, how would JFK say horchata? And we were like, horchata. So we were just having a good, fun laugh about that.
Oh, speaking of which, we should plug that real quick, because that's coming out soon. Or, well, I mean, it is... I think it's coming out soon. I don't know what the release date is.
I think they said next year. Yeah.
Yeah, 2023.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
watch that new Clone High on HBO Max.
If
Yeah.
you guys let Clone High flop, I will never forgive you.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Not
not
sponsored. I
technically.
worked for like a few months on the very end tail of it all, so. But yeah,
see-
good fun times.
Yeah, if you guys need a sell on Clone High,
If you
like
need one.
yeah, it's like Danganronpa if it was awesome.
Yeah, just replace super high school level characters with clones of people in history. So
Yeah, super high school level Abe Lincoln.
Super level high school level president.
Oh, God.
there's a few of those, aren't there?
Well, I mean, apparently,
Yeah, he was.
apparently Tojo is one too. I guess.
They all have to battle like for supremacy once per year to see who gets the role.
I
Take
guess
the
now
L.
would.
Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah. No, I will never take the L.
I remember when I first got that, I was like, wait, it just says that. That's amazing. I think the first time I got that too was with Sakura, and I was like, Sakura would never.
Sakura would never take the L. I have to persist. I think probably now would be a good time for another question as well.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know if this applies to everyone, but I'll ask it anyway. What was it like being a fan before the localization? I'm a bit late to the height of the fandom, but I'm quite curious about what it was like reading the Let's Play on the Something Awful forums. Also, great job making the retrospective a thing. I've seen every video you've made on Danganronpa and support whatever future content you'd like to make.
Well, thank you for your support. Being a fan before the localization was, in some ways, it was a little bit more fun than after, if I'm being completely honest. I'm glad it's more accessible to people now, obviously, but it was just like, I don't know, it just kind of felt like a little bit more of an insular community at that point, so it was a little, it was just a little bit more fun to sort of experience, like, ooh, what's this new mysterious thing that not a lot of people know about? I'm a high schooler, I'm very intelligent, and I'm into niche things. You know, so,
Oh,
Yeah, it
But-
kind of reminds me. Have you ever heard of Hatoful Boyfriend?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
It's very similar. I really miss like the early days back when everybody was like, haha, what is this silly bird game? And then everybody got to the end and you're like, oh.
I actually,
Oh.
I do kind of wish that Owen Ronan continued with the translations, even though we ended up getting the localizations, because to me, even though we only got like 1.5 games out of it, they are the ideal way to like engage with the franchise, to me in particular, just because I, did that. It's obviously, a good thing to actually be able to play the games, but I always will prefer having a more direct translation.
I have
I
such great
think-
memories of having to make sure I had the most updated QuickTime player so I could play Hatoful
yeah.
Boyfriend
Yeah.
Holiday Star at midnight on Christmas Eve. So
Saving the audio on Tin Deck.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I remember, like, well, no, I don't know why I began with that. No, what I was gonna say was, I think one of the things about reading it on Something Awful in particular that was really interesting was because you had this sort of, like, audio uploads where you had to listen to things sparingly, and it was mostly done in, like, screenshots with certain, like, cutoff points with the updates. It was almost kind of, like, done in a serial comic-esque format where it's, like, they had
Yeah,
cliffhangers
yeah.
in the middle of trials and stuff, so you couldn't just keep playing the game like you would if you actually owned the game.
Oh, that's-
So
yeah.
I feel like ironically it made the like sort of claustrophobic atmosphere of the first game even more potent because you just had to sit in the dark with it and like read it update by update.
You know, I was just thinking, the Something Awful Forum translation is literally we're really reading a visual novel, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean in a sense.
Skip the gameplay, skip everything. You're just reading, appreciating some pictures. It's a picture book now.
And I think, too, like, one of the interesting things about the experience in that respect, as well, is just that, like, because you aren't really able to engage with the game, because at that point, obviously, it's not translated yet, so, I mean, like, try to play Hangman's Gambit without understanding Japanese. Good luck, asshole. But, like, so one of the things about it was, like, it kind of felt mysterious, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, ooh, what's this weird game that I'm not able to play because it's not available in my country? Like, it felt like you were sort of getting invested in something that was slightly out of your reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is a
That's how it
sort
felt,
of
yeah.
yeah, there is a sort of a mystique with that, and like I wouldn't really say like it's been lost. All things considered,
yeah.
Danganronpa is a very niche franchise, no matter how popular it like seems to be. But I do miss just sort of like the tight knit community, all like the old in jokes and stuff. And these days,
Leon being called a weenie is one of my favorites.
oh yeah, that's a classic. Yeah.
Gently
Also,
press.
the all of the egg jokes on Dirty Danganronpa Confessions, the
Yeah.
John Mulaney Sprite videos.
god. The John Mulaney Sprite videos are like just a pillar of the classic Danganronpa community. It's too bad that John Mulaney couldn't stay funny.
Also, I just wanted to say one more quick thing about Hatable Boyfriend is that I've actually met Moa when I went to Japan. We actually like had a little meetup in a cafe in Osaka, and it was just really funny because it was it kind of devolved into us just like showing each other really cute bird pictures on our phones. We're both big bird nerds.
So
It was
cool.
really fun.
The best thing to do. We got
You
one.
really went Owl Cafe?
We got one last.
No, we just went to it. Well, it was cute. She actually took me to like this, like it was like a, I think it was like a yokai art gallery. Like it was like all these traditional, like old paintings of like traditional Japanese yokai from across history. So,
Oh, we got
it was just like
another donation. $10 from Ali Oliver. Once again, thank you so much. Last message, gotta sleep. Thank you for everything, all you've done for this fan base. I'm new and a bit bright-eyed, but seeing Nezumi's takes have been really good for me, especially. Have fun. Thank you so much. And the notification for this one hasn't come in yet, but Dave DeBlanc, $2 Canadian. Hey Nezumi, thoughts on Zero Escape games? I have not played the Zero Escape games yet, but I'm going to.
I'm playing Virtue's right now.
Yeah, I've touched Virtue's Last Reward. It's pretty good. I like it.
I've only seen 999 because I watched Sungwon and Jay play it on their channel, and it was really fun. So,
Good.
yeah.
Would now be a good time
I
for...
watched a Let's Play of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would now be a good time for another question, by the way.
Yep. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the localized nicknames? They're all bad.
Yeah, I don't like them. I've never liked them. I will never like them. Especially, like, I made a joke about this in the first video, but, like, giving one to Ishimaru in particular is, like, really weird because he's so, like,
Characteristic.
he's so, like, straight-laced and, like, stuck up. Or, I mean, not stuck up, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, he's just very rigid. I don't think he would really take to that. I'm gonna answer that one from Alex in just a minute once we get done talking about this.
Yeah. I do think it's actually very funny that Ishimaru says Bazinga in the localization.
I completely forgot about that.
He does?
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god.
That's his idea of a joke. He just says Bazinga, and I think that's shockingly in character for him.
I guess.
He's trying so
Hello,
hard.
fellow kids.
Hello, kids. I too am a content enjoyer.
I like things. I watch television shows and read comic books on the occasion.
How about that Lost, fellow kids? Yeah, I don't know.
How about Steven's Universe? I myself very much enjoyed the Steven's Knife episode.
The Stefan, yes, universe.
I think he'd cry if he watched Steven Universe.
Yeah, I think so too.
So stressed out.
Ironically, love it.
All right, let's get to this donation question from Alex Freyhart. $30. Thank you so much.
Wow.
If you could have one killed off character from one of the main 3 Danganronpa games survive their respective game instead, who would you pick? Why? And who would you have die in their place?
Yeah.
Well, Tiny, you have a good answer for this. Actually, I think.
I do?
Yeah, you made a video about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so...
For DR2? Yeah.
Yeah, so I have, like, for the first game and the second game, the third game, I just tentatively say Ryoma and Taka. I firmly believe that Hyoko should have been a survivor in the second game. I think, like, I know that there's something to her development being cut short, but I think this, I haven't spoken about this before, but I think that maybe by the end of Super Danganronpa 2, the cast is almost too chummy. They're too nice to each other.
We need to have somebody who's mean around here.
We need an instigator, and I think Hyoko would have been that good instigator.
That's an interesting
Yeah, she'd be
perspective,
like
actually.
Coco, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good equivalent.
Yeah, I just, like, plus, I don't like Hyoko, but I would have liked to have given, her to get like some more screen time. If
Yeah, I think she deserved to be developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, whoever wants to go next for that.
Oh, I was just going to chime in and say, I think honestly a better kill for Chapter 3, even though I don't like that Ibuki dies, I do think it's somewhat necessary. I don't really think she has a place in the late game.
Yeah.
But I think Sonya might have been a better choice for Chapter 3, and we could have left Hiyoko alive.
Mm-hmm.
Or left Gundam alive. Yeah,
I think I like Sonya, but Bessie could have gotten axed.
Yeah, because, like, the thing is, Sonya's nice. That's most of what I can say about her.
She's
she's
nice.
Hilarious, though. I love all of
True.
her.
Oh, yeah,
She's basically just Starfire from Teen Titans, so I'm like, I enjoy her a little.
Guys, if Sonya was gone, Kazuichi would not be around. You know, he had no motive for life.
He would just remove himself from the game.
No, I'm sorry. I can't let you do that. I can't let you hurt my man like this.
This is off topic, but I'm sad that I think Soda should have gotten a little bit more development and realized,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We bring this up in the Super Danganronpa 2 video, but his localization just completely gets rid of a whole lot of his character.
Yeah, there's like this whole sort of like more concrete resolution between him and Sonya in the Japanese script, which is just really kind of glossed over.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, also, in his free time events and stuff, you get to learn about how he was, like, abused as a child, and the reason why he does his teeth that way and he does his hair that way is just because he wants to be noticed by other people.
Yeah, so the first person I actually completed all the FTEs for in, like, the whole series, so.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, let me give my... Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go ahead.
This is purely selfish reasons, but of course I wish Sakura survived.
Oh, yeah.
One.
No, you're
But,
correct.
I mean, that's what AUs are for, and definitely what AUs that I have worked on, so, like, actively. So, yeah. But obviously, narratively, I totally understand it, and I like how she's used, and I appreciate that Sakura is not reduced to, like, a joke character and actually has, like, really good writing and serves a very good purpose in the Chapter 4, so... Yeah.
I would say if I had to, like, stop anybody's death, then... geez. Yeah, I mean, really... It's hard to pick for, like, the whole series. Like, if it was just for per game, that would be a little bit easier, but... if I have to pick for the whole series, then... Oh, that was an interesting square to land on randomly. Anyway, yeah, I think I might come back to this later if I think of a better answer, but an easy one would just be like Hoshi. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Hoshi is definitely my biggest one.
Oh, or at least lived a bit longer. He'd be a very interesting survivor.
Yeah.
I think...
He's top pick.
Yeah, I do understand the people who think that his character arc is relatively complete and that it makes sense for his character, that it means something that way. But I do think that it would have been equally as satisfying to see him live through the end and actually find purpose and meaning in his life again.
Yeah.
I think it would have been nice. Also, we've never had a quote-unquote funnily designed character survive a Danganronpa game. So
True.
That would also been
Right.
neat.
Yeah, no buff characters, no cartoonish characters.
We could get long Hoshi in real life.
Oh,
By the way, we got a super chat that we kind of slept on because we were talking for a while.
I was gonna say, like, if we don't get to a super chat immediately, it's just because we're caught up in answering another one, but we will get to it.
So Veronica Roy, $6.99 Canadian dollars. Have you ever cosplayed any of the characters? I went as Junko, and one guy asked for a pic. Awkwardly took a video on his 3DS. Love y'all, by the way.
That sounds like an interesting story. Might want to get some details about that, but Yeah, I have cosplayed a couple. Well, yeah, a couple of Danganronpa characters. Back when there was only the Something Awful Let's Play, I cosplayed as Naegi. I did not have a wig. I was just like, I have dark hair. Whatever. And one or two times I cosplayed as Monokuma after the localizations came out. And that was pretty fun.
Was it Beta Monokuma?
No, it was not Beta Monokuma. I just I had
Unfortunate.
a black and white like wig and one of those like Monokuma hoodies.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yes,
I cosplayed as Hinata for one con in 2013. It was like a local fandom con, and you can see the really crappy pictures of me in the Danganronpa 3 video. It's incredibly awkward. I didn't know how to style a wig or do anything. My clothes weren't ironed because I was in the reserve course and I couldn't afford it. When I was at that con, I went around. I had like a sign around my neck. It said something along the lines of like, "Bears scare me" or something like that. And one day it rained at the con when we were doing like a local Danganronpa photo shoot, and it turned my Hinata wig green.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never cosplayed, but I do. There's a local round one, and I won a Monokuma Kigurumi. Well, I earned up enough tickets to buy it, so I wore it around for Halloween, so that was very. Went back to round one. I also have like a pair of like Monokuma sandals that are shaped like Monokuma that I just happen to get in a lot of. I get some things from like Mercari Japan, and sometimes it's like, I want that Asahina. What is it? Glasses cleaning cloth, but it comes in a lot with these Monokuma sandals, so I guess I have Monokuma sandals now. But yeah. But yeah, so.
For everybody in the chat that's like, oh, here's what you do with the game mechanics. I'm so sorry that I'm not paying that much attention to it. It's so much to focus on questions and the game at the same time. I promise you, to everybody who wants me to play
Do you have
Danganronpa
any
S more
coins
serious,
yet? Oh, okay.
to everybody who wants me to play this game more seriously, I will do it on my own time. I promise.
No, I've never been in a situation where I could cosplay, but I do dress up as Korekio in my upcoming video, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
I
Wow,
felt-
spoilers.
Well, I mean, I've posted a picture of it before on Twitter. It was the day after I got combat boots and I had to commit to the bit.
Ooh. Well, okay. I have like 15 Danganronpa cosplays.
Oh my god.
Although, if the onesies count, then I have Monokuma and Monomi as well. So does that make it 17 Danganronpa cosplays?
Yes.
Sure.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I just really like cosplaying Danganronpa characters. I want more. Like that's how much I like doing that.
Wait, what? Wins Media? You know what time it is. It's time to tell people that Danganronpa 69 is a real fanfic with Sans and Komaeda and also Peter Griffin and Hatsune Miku.
Oh no.
I will not endorse that fanfic because I don't know the quality of it, but it sure exists.
Oh my.
It's a thing that exists. Also, at some
That
point, you
sounds
should
amazing.
spend the coins and see what you get from the gacha machine.
I
The
should.
machine, the funny machine.
Maybe after Komaru's round.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Just that way I have built up a little bit more to do something with. But anyway,
I completely didn't realize that you had already finished Kaide's.
yeah, it
Oh,
just
what?
went by.
Well, it's only 50 turns, right?
Yeah, it's 50
days.
turns.
Yeah, 50 turns, yeah.
Uh,
All around the board in 50 turns.
But yeah, I guess now would be a good tell on him
Yeah,
time.
I got another one right here. I got another one right here.
Got one for you.
Yeah. If Netflix or any other studio got the rights to make a live action adaptation of Danganronpa,
jeez.
how terribly do you think they would mess it up? Well, they They mess up pretty much everything else that they do when it comes
Yeah.
to making
Yes,
legitimate series.
I'm a personal, yeah, I'm a personal victim of of working on a show that was canceled there. That's different. It's animation, not live action. But oh god, I'm so bitter at Netflix for many reasons.
They've got a lot going on, and their live action adaptations are definitely one of those things they're not very good at.
The babies.
I would say I'm at least curious to see how the One Piece one is going to turn out, but like as for Danganronpa, that seems like a perfect nightmare combination. Like I have no idea how that would go well.
It's fine.
Also, when will these people learn? You cannot constrict Danganronpa to any format other than a video game because we need time to actually learn about these characters. That's the only way it works.
Really?
It's true. Even the anime, it's not enough time in DR1.
Yeah, you get 12 episodes and then you skip all the free time events.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said, Chris Pratt Monokuma.
No.
It's me. Get to the gym.
I spent a lot of my time as a kid slaughtering high schoolers.
God.
Sorry to jump in. I'm just looking at the screen right now, and I really don't like Kumaru's swimsuit.
Yeah, it's a little weird looking.
Fingers, unfortunately.
I don't think this is maybe a bold statement, but I don't know if half of these swimsuit designers know how women wear swimsuits.
Oh, well, geez, Danganronpa writers don't know anything about women? What?
Really? Yeah.
I had no idea.
Have you seen tacos, though? I fucking
Yes. It's so...
I think what I would I would say actually is that I think I've found a way to describe what I think that these swimsuit designs make me think of, and like how weirdly incongruous they are with the original sprites. They look like they were done by an AI.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Silver Ghost asked, "Isn't Komaru like 14?" No.
She's like 17.
Yeah, she's like.
She's in middle. Isn't she in middle school?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no.
She's just like
Is she in high school by then? Okay.
If I recall correctly, she's like a year younger than Naegi, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Naegi, when we find out about the time skip at the end of Danganronpa 1, he's like 20.
Oh, that's
I think.
right.
Yeah, it's like 19 or 20.
That's right.
That being said, that's not me being like, oh yeah, it's totally fine that they like draw her in a weird swimsuit or whatever. Like, it's just, it's just like, I'm just.
No, totally. I just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, and
It's in the ground.
And this, yeah.
Sorry, I just mean aesthetically.
Yeah.
No, yeah, totally. I'm like, yellow. I don't know if that really. Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about the design of the swimsuit itself.
Like, I'm not a huge, Aoi's I'm not a huge fan of, because I'm just like, why yellow? I mean, I say that, but I think also they always use yellow as like Aoi's color whenever they make merchandise, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Aoi's color is
Her
like
name's literally Aoi. I mean, I know it's not the color blue, but it sounds like the color blue, so it's like, man, and she's a swimmer. Why do you give her yellow? Why?
Oh, we got a $5 super chat from Kirby Superstar 44. Tiny Leaf, your Nagito video speaks to me because as a Genocide Jack, I assume they meant as a Genocide Jack fan. She barely gets attention in the fandom and it pains me. I adore her so much.
I'm glad that my video speaks to someone else.
I definitely agree. I think Sho doesn't get that much attention from the fandom just because... Actually, can I just, like, air out one of my, like, little pet peeves real quick?
I had a
Sure, yeah.
this was gonna come at some point. Go ahead.
Yeah, my biggest fandom pet peeve with how people treat Sho is that they treat her and Fukawa as, like, totally synonymous with each other. I see people, like, always putting Fukawa / Sho, automatically shipping Sho with anybody else who they ship with Komaida. With
Komaida, what?
I don't know where that came from. What I meant to say was they just automatically ship her with whoever they ship Fukawa with, which is like that. It's like they're not. Do people know how DID works? They're not the same person. They have individual internal lives. They have individual personalities. They like and dislike different things. Fukawa like constantly talks about like how much Sho gets on her fucking nerves. Like, they shouldn't be treated as the same person. I know, like, that this sort of, like, topic isn't as, like, readily accessible to a lot of people because they're just not familiar with it, but, like, do the time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I recently replayed Trigger Happy Havoc, and yeah, it's really interesting because Show ends up being like pretty important towards the end, and Toko is like completely out of the loop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, especially in that last chapter where then she's like, "What'd I miss?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
that is one of my, admittedly, even though I really do like the ending of Danganronpa 1, that is one of my pet peeves with the ending is like that Fukawa doesn't even get to be involved in the final confrontation at all.
Even if
No.
but she deserved more.
Yeah.
Ruby Sue
Well,
asked,
she got-
did the DR1 writers even know about DID? They literally name
They don't
dropped
even know about
DID
that.
in the
No.
game. I mean, like, they're not good at writing it, but they did name it, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew about Tulpas though. So
No, probably not.
Yeah, they had to wait until Danganronpa 3 to figure that one out.
no, I still don't think they knew what Tulpas were.
They didn't know very well.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that's pretty much true of, like, most serious topics that they try to cover, so.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, should we get to that backlog yet again?
Yep, I'm going through it. There's actually a couple here for me. One of them that I answered earlier, which was just about more Danganronpas. There's another one. Austin, will you ever please finish your fan fiction? No. I will talk about it towards the end of the stream, just because I don't want to, waste our time just going on and on about my thing. So.
Yeah, because, you got other stuff that you've got to get to. You got Vast Error to do.
Yeah, I got Vast Error.
I should probably remove the poll. Is it still in the chat?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
Here, I can do it actually.
Okay.
I can say dismiss. There we go.
Do that. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. DJ.
Yep. Yeah, I got Vast Error. I'm doing some other Deacon reconstruction projects. I've also got some personal projects in the works, one of which Marcy will be helping me on.
Yep.
You guys will probably see that in the next several-ish months sometime next year.
It's gonna be great. You should tune into it. But, yeah. So, the answer to that is no.
Yeah. Just stay tuned towards the end. If you really want to hear what it was about, I'll go over it as succinctly as I possibly can. So, as for actual questions that everybody can answer, are there any AU/fanon scenarios that you really like, as in stuff like alternate masterminds and not relationships?
That's
Not really, for me personally.
I mean, like, as far as popular ones go, there have been, like, some interesting ideas, but it's just stuff that, like, I'm not really sure how well they would work in the long run.
Well, I have a one that I really enjoy.
But yes.
Yeah. I don't know. My friend Dragonclawed on Tumblr has a very lovely Sakura AU, I think called Roaring Cherry Blossoms on Tumblr. That's very fun to follow. They do a lot of, like, drawings from it, and it's basically, like, Sakura, like, all the events of DR1 still happened, but Nikon brought Sakura back from the dead.
Yeah.
Like, well, and so basically Sakura gets to live again, and then she gets to join the Future Foundation, and it's very fun. So it's a lot of fun to
extremely good
watch. Very good.
I also I like the AU scenario in my head where Sho gets more focus and she's not as much of a stereotype.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Someone in the chat mentioned class swap, i.e. the Danganronpa 1 characters are the one in the Neo World program, and the Super Danganronpa 2 characters are the ones that are locked into school.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. I think Danganronpa 1 Super High School level despair is definitely an interesting concept.
I mean, just the idea of slotting Naegi into Hinata's position as well is just like, oh geez.
Also, maybe more threatening.
Yeah.
A despaired Sakura sounds terrifying.
Oh yeah. Need I watch out?
My favorite AU is the one where Ultra Despair Girls is good.
I love that one too.
But you know what's even better?
Oh,
It's the one where Danganronpa 3 never happened. I'm not even going to say is good. It just shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. But I mean, although we have our ideas, stay
Yeah,
tuned for those
we
in the
have-
next couple of years.
A couple of years or so.
Hey, when it comes to like AUs, I feel like I don't really involve myself in AUs, but I like seeing like fan fiction or just fan content that
yeah.
tries to like look at what happens after the Danganronpa games. Like
Yeah.
so much of that was so interesting to me, like or before Danganronpa 2, like before DR3 became real.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see how people like kind of interpreted or wanted to like guess and theorize what happened to the Danganronpa 2 cast. And then Danganronpa 3 happened, and we don't think about that, but
I remember a very good fan comic back in the day where it showed like Ibuki having like a spat with her bandmates, and then like at the end of the concert,
I love that one.
at the end of the concert, Junko comes by and she's like, "No, you're really smart, you're really talented. Let me help you." And that was just like that is exactly
which fan art.
that is exactly what I was looking for from Danganronpa 3 Despair Arc, and I'm very incensed that we did not get it.
Yeah, that would have been so interesting.
And I know a lot of people talk about it's like, oh, well, they wouldn't have had enough time to do that. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But if that's the case, either you shouldn't have done it or you should have found a way to do it without making it so intrusive that it, messes with the story.
Cut out the fat, really find what you're really interested in making the anime about. I think it just doesn't have enough focus.
Or make it a visual novel.
Yeah, or just make it a game.
Another
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. In fact, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, keep going on. Go.
Yeah, I think me and Marcy brought it up the last time we were driving back to Georgia. If they did make it a game, they could make it into 2 separate games, kind of
Oh,
like how they
no.
had 2 separate seasons.
Oh no.
Oh, real quick, not to interrupt the discussion, I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick because I have a lot of water.
Yep.
So
Congratulations on hydrating.
I say one more thing about AUs and post-game AUs. I really love ones where they really lean into the whole everything's a lie and this is a game show, and the people who die in V3 actually get to live, and they just have to watch the rest of the killing game play out from like hospital rooms.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of fan art with that kind of idea,
I just think it's
especially like with Kaide.
so good.
Yeah, I have my own little Future Foundation Sakurawi AU that I like to work on, or I don't know. Is there a difference between like AU and fan work? I don't know. I just here's my AU work.
Yeah, I think AU is really just like where things different than canon happen, and then fan work is really just this all-encompassing thing.
Right,
If a fan makes it, it's a fan work.
Yeah, I have my own little AU where Sakura survives, and they get to work with the Future Foundation together, and they adopt Kotoko because she deserves better too. So yeah, that's my. Expect more. I have so many comics on the back burner that I'm like working on. So just for funsies.
Danganronpa AU where their fave doesn't die, or no one dies.
I'm back.
No one dies. Yay.
Isn't that just Danganronpa S?
I guess, but
But they should do it better.
Yeah, they should do it better. Okay, I'm actually going to cycle out real quick because I also have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Okie doke.
All right, you know what? Let me ask a question to everyone here.
Go ahead.
So, because like this is my weird experience, because V3 was the first game that I got to play like firsthand as my first experience. So like I was wondering like, because I think like I don't know if you guys had the same experience, but like who did you think was going to be the mastermind of V3 before going in?
Oh, I honestly don't know, really. Like, when I was playing it for the first time, I just really had no idea where that direction was going to go. Because, I mean, like, obviously, Oma is really suspicious, but, like, he's too suspicious, you know what I mean?
yeah. I guess I didn't really think about it I was too busy like trying to figure out where the hell to go in the stupid school because I kept getting lost.
Yeah, it's really big.
Genuinely,
I just watch other people play it, so sometimes I think about it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like, how do they know there's a mastermind? What if something else is? I don't know.
yeah. What if something else is afoot?
That's an assumption. Like, you're talking about it like it's a fact, but how do you know it's not? I don't know. Something else isn't afoot. I don't know.
I think as I was going through the game for the first time, I really, like, I wouldn't really say I built it up in my head, but I just thought it was interesting. Like, as soon as, like, the Team Danganronpa stuff started coming more to the forefront and the meta elements came in, I was like, I genuinely thought Kodaka would have been the mastermind.
Which
version of him.
Which I think would have been incredibly funny.
That
Yeah.
would have been great.
That's so funny. He like comes out from behind the Monokuma door. Is like, "Hello, it's me."
It's me,
Kodaka.
Kazutaka
He was
Kodaka.
dressing as Junko for Halloween this year, but he wasn't going to share photos. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that wasn't you.
Okay, I am gonna hit the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, like for me, I think like before I played V3 and they, released the talents, I thought Maki was gonna be the mastermind because I was like,
Oh, just
ultimate
based on
child
aesthetic?
caregiver,
Yeah.
monocubs, baby
Oh.
monokuma.
Oh!
Wow.
That's actually a really
That was
interesting
my whole
idea.
theory. Yeah, I was like,
Now,
oh,
now I
yeah,
need to
she-
see somebody
she
do that.
raised them.
Fan artists in the audience, get on that.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Tag me on Twitter.
I don't know, but then as I was playing the game, I was like, it's Kaito. It's definitely Kaito. Kaito is like hyping us up. He's gonna be our like betrayer, stab us in the back, and then it didn't happen, and we're like, oh, never mind.
No, he's just a shonen anime
kidding.
protagonist. He's just
I'm
Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I'm curious because like my experience was I did not realize it was Tsurugi until she like says it.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
did anyone catch
Towards
on
the end, I
way
was like,
before?
yeah. I mean, like, when it was like really close to the end, when she starts talking about like, ah, man, I don't know, this fucking sucks. I don't know if we should keep doing this. I'm like, what are you hiding, man?
I remember most of my experience after. I don't know. I was really sad after chapter 4 and chapter 5, and I just kind of went on autopilot.
Yeah, I need to get through this game. I don't have the energy for the rest of this.
I killed my boys.
Oh, we got
Oh, yeah.
another £5 super chat from Rose Graham. I was never into fan fiction, but I'd trade my life for yours. It's a fantastic read. Their take on Kaede being the protagonist was simply brilliant. I haven't read it myself, so I don't know anything about it, but thank you for the recommendation. I'll be sure to keep it in mind.
Gotta link it somewhere. Oh my god, thinking about Kaide, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna
no,
like
yeah, go
jump
ahead.
in here, but like again, V3 was the first game that I got to play for myself, and like after chapter 1, I stopped playing the game for like 2 months.
You're like,
yeah.
why would you give me this wonderful gift and then take it away?
Oh,
Despair.
it's so sad. I was so invested in Kaede, and you mentioned this in your V3 video, but I was so invested in Kaede before I even played the game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, girl!
She's just a really
Yeah.
likable character, though.
Yeah.
She's so fun, and then we can't have good things.
No. I mean, I still like Saihara. I just,
Oh, yeah.
like, and I think his development is really good, but, like, if I had to pick between the two, then I would, like, probably pick Akamatsu.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad we're coming back to based takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with the sentiment. I actually think Saihara dying first would have been a better subversion of Danganronpa expectations because, like,
Yeah,
if you
actually, yeah.
if you started as the detective, the boy detective that, we've already known and seen so much about throughout the other games, and then you find out that, oh yeah, you are the one that accidentally caused this murder and then transferred it to Akamatsu, I definitely think it would have rang just as well, if not more so.
You are now girl, yes.
Yeah.
I know I saw someone say in the comments of the V3 videos, because I look at those from time to time, they said, oh, the Danganronpa creators, Kodaka and Co., they were inspired by Scream because, you know, if you haven't seen Scream, Drew Barrymore is all over the marketing for that, and she dies in, like, the first 5 minutes of the movie. But...
She's replaced by a girl.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, if Akamatsu had to be replaced by another girl in the V3 cast, who would you do?
Maki.
Yeah, Maki, easily.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if it was Mew.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the entire game filtered
you
through her inner
imagine?
monologue? The game would be rated adults only.
That'd be so funny though. Damn.
It would.
I hope
Or
you get
Himiko.
Miyu in the gacha.
Yeah.
Well, tell
Oh,
on him,
that
please.
reminds me, like, thinking about V3 before the game came out, I remember people had theories that Shuichi was a woman, actually. And then I remember there was this theory that, like, oh, maybe I just made this up, but, like, I thought Shuichi and Kurumi were twins because they both hid an eye. I was like, they're twins!
You know,
They're
yeah.
both not showing their eye. They gotta be twins. They gotta swap out at some point.
Oh, we got
I don't know,
another...
do you guys make
Oh,
fan
sorry.
theories, or like, do you guys? Oh, so sorry, but like, do you guys make up like, theories before you play
Oh
or
yeah,
as you play?
definitely.
Like, just little things in my head where it's like, oh, it could go this way. Maybe it'll go this way, you know.
We got another super chat from Alex Freihart. Same question as before, but one person to survive instead and someone to die in their place for each game this time. Which...
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, that does open it up a little bit more. For DR1, I don't know, slot whoever you want to in front of Celeste because I love her.
I
DR...
feel a lot of people would replace Hero with basically their favorite character in DR1.
Yeah, I mean,
Seems to be,
I hate to say that because I love Hagakure too. He's very funny.
Sorry, Hero, if I have to choose.
But,
yeah.
If there's a gun to my head and I have to get, like, someone out of there, as much as I love you, you are the least relevant.
Yeah, SDR2, I think, you know, that just, as same as before, what we were saying before with Sionji and being replaced with Sonya. And for V3, again, it's Hoshi. And I mean, as far as who you'd replace him with, I'm not really sure. But I mean, I guess you could just...
Five. Like,
Honestly, if I had to choose... Yeah, I was about to say, like, Yameno, I'm sorry.
I would argue Kibo, but also technically you couldn't because of the audience participation thing, I guess, so...
Imagine if someone did kill Kibo like really early on and be like, whoops.
They're like, oh shit.
Hey, that's not a crime. Robots aren't real people.
but I never really got the appeal behind Kibo.
Yeah, he's just okay.
Guy.
I honestly forget about him whenever I'm like, in my head. I just forget he exists.
He's just, as far as characterization goes to me, he's just Diet Ishimaru.
An insult. That's an insult to him.
Sorry, I just noticed the Mono Kid surgery portion.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what you're doing to me. Go away.
So this
Kibo
one,
doesn't have
what I
eyebrows.
like, there's about gameplay, but you can collect things called success cards, and then every time you accept the surgery, it will go well.
Oh.
Otherwise, so sometimes, because what's good is that the surgery will boost all of your stats and give you more of those fragments for learning attacks, like a lot. But if it goes wrong, it goes very wrong, and it does the complete opposite. And so, unless you have a success card, I definitely recommend not taking the risk.
Fair enough.
But I think, like, so... Sorry, gameplay.
You might want to go fight the Mono Beast now.
I'm just like, again, it's just like, it's hard to pay attention.
Again, we're the real content here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you come to the stream.
Speaking of content,
we are the summer camp.
I've got another question here. This one is from my friend Dawn, who does artwork on Vast Error and is also a Danganronpa fan.
Hell yeah.
Hey y'all, Don here. My question is, if there was one chance for a Danganronpa character to be in a Smash game, and you were the one to choose who it'd be, who would you put in? Komaida.
I mean, like, I feel like
meteorites come
That would
down.
be so funny because I'm like, what it would just be like his insane luck against everybody else in a
Yeah.
I feel like this is like kind of a stereotypical answer to give, but if you were gonna put one character from Danganronpa in Smash, I don't think like legally you're allowed to do anybody but Monokuma.
I was about to say, it's like, logistically, it probably has to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it probably should be Monokuma, and he already technically has, like, a fighting style from UDG.
True.
Yeah.
Fighting
Or
style.
Sakura.
If it is,
Oh my god, his ultimate is Bull. His ultimate is Bull Monokuma.
yeah, his final smashes, he turns into Ball Monokuma, yeah.
God.
Where's my Danganronpa? Honestly, I'm still waiting for Sakura's Revenge. When is that coming
Yeah,
out?
when is that coming out? They announced
I'm
it
sorry,
mid
where's my
Danganronpa
Sakura's
1.
Revenge? Oh, Daka. God,
He
I
will
want to play
answer.
with Sakura and smash things.
He will answer for his crimes soon enough.
One day.
Let's see, what else? What's another character interaction you think should have happened in the ultimate development plan in V3? I think that, Mondo should have just immediately told Momota that he's a gay man, and Momota just freaks out about it the entire time. He has a complete crisis of faith.
What? You mean I what?
I'm trying to remember because I feel like there was one where I'm like, oh, I was surprised that didn't happen. Like even in DRS, I was like, oh, now I can't remember what it was.
I think like as fun as like fun hypothetical character interactions go, it would be very fun to see Junko interact with Tsumugi in the sense that she'd be like Tsumugi would be like, did I do your job well? Did I pull it off? And Junko's like, oh, you fucking sucked at this. This is terrible.
Bro, could
No,
you
you're the worst mastermind ever. You're out of 5 stars.
She like puts her on a tier list. It's like F.
Tsumugi would never would never emotionally recover from this.
She just like stops watching Danganronpa period. She's like, I have to move on to something else.
I can't. Yeah.
Danganronpa is cancelled.
It's like that fucking Makima Chainsaw Man meme. It's like, you're not my little pog champ. You're not even based. You're cringe.
Oh, you know, one thing I do wish that DRS replaced Shirokuma and Kurokuma with Yuta and Taichi. That's a bit of
True.
a different question, but that's like my biased opinion. I'm just like, why even have Shirokuma?
No, you're correct.
When you could have Yuta, who got like barely any screen time, and Taichi too, and I think that would just be more interesting for more parent and sibling relationship things to happen in DRS. So
Yeah.
All right, I don't know about sibling relationships in Danganronpa. We don't want to.
Oh yeah.
no, Yuta and Hina is like the only one that's fine and has none.
And it's just because he dies.
It's just because he died. No.
It's so sad.
It's so sad. I love Yuta. At least she does. I think there's a few different ones where she mentions him. I think there's like one where she's talking to Chiaki and she's like, oh yeah, me and my brother will play like that game at the arcade with guns, and then we will argue over each other not doing well, and then we fight. Like, so cute.
That's so
Or like,
cute.
I think she was at the beach and she's like, oh, I wish Yuta could be here. He loves beaches.
Too bad he's dead.
Me too.
No.
I'm so
Of
sorry.
course, I think that's.
I'm just so upset about you,
course, yeah.
Allie.
I know. Or I think like when Aoi talks about Yuta, it's also like the event where she's talking to Korakyo, and I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna go anywhere any place good anytime soon. And it doesn't. He's like, oh, Hina, like you should meet my sister, and she's like, oh, and then Sakura comes, and I'm like, oh, thank God. It's such a I like that event. It's good. I think it's Aui's swimsuit specific one. So yeah.
Oh, I wonder like how Aoi swims. Because if we see Yuta being like a speedboat, it's like how fast is Aoi?
He just teleports.
That's true. We've never even seen Aoi swim. Like, what's up with that?
Her speed is too much for our mortal minds to comprehend.
True. Oh, that's okay. I'm stupid.
Say that.
Well, I mean, no, I'm the smartest person that's ever lived, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, did you fight the wrong boss first?
No, it was just like I didn't understand how to get the skills earlier, but it's like you literally just have to like press right on the thing to choose the skill level.
Oh. Well, it's okay. At the very end, they'll also let you. Like at the very end, they're like, "Here, do you want to get skills?" Because ultimately, it's like, yeah, you can use the skills here in battles on the game, but they're also for use in like there's like the separate battle mode where you can climb the Tower of Despair or whatever it is, and just battle a bunch of Monokuma.
Instantly dead again. Yeah, I instantly died again, which is very funny.
What do you
I
do?
don't think you're
Don't fight
supposed to
them.
fight the other
You're not supposed to fight the human.
stuff.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to fight them?
You're supposed. No, you're supposed to. Each island has a scroll that makes each of the robots easier to fight. So what you're supposed to do is you get the scroll on the first island, and then
I
you
thought I
fight the
did.
tiger, I think. And then you have to go to the second island and get the next scroll for whatever the next beast is, and then go back and fight that beast.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, so
yeah.
It's a
the
method of
second
slowly
island.
unlocking each island. Yeah.
I gotcha. I just
Yeah.
again
It's okay.
haven't been paying attention enough.
Yeah, it's okay. Just give you a basic rundown because I know it's like a lot.
Yeah, somebody in the chat is asking the stream will be uploaded. Yes, it will be. I'm not even sure I'm really gonna edit it or anything, unless there's like some
I mean,
really
you can just
dire
keep
need
it.
for it to be.
Yeah. Oh my god,
keep it as
just
is.
sandhills.
Yeah, I gotta cut out the stream interruption that happens when somebody busts through the wall for saying bad things about their favorite character.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's a interesting question that I have a simple answer to. What do you think Junko would be like without her despair? Boring,
Boring.
vapid.
Yeah.
I think they actually kind of show that in DRS because you can play as her, and she's like a de-desperified Junko, and it is like she's just like very depressed. And, it's kind of really interesting because there's an interesting like interaction she has with Byakuya, and it's actually like Byakuya's like, "Are you okay?" Oh, he cared.
Because I think the thing is, like, the thing about Junko is, like, yeah, she would be depressed without it, because sort of the implication that I've always gotten is because she is so, like, you know, because we know that her true talent, quote-unquote, is her analytical ability. It's just that she, like, finds everything around her so incredibly predictable that, like, despair is the only thing that sates her curiosity because it's very unpredictable in nature. Like, bad things happening just kind of happen out of nowhere, and that's what she likes about it, because she can't really tell what's going to happen ahead of time.
Does Junko just have depression?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think every character in these games has depression on some level.
Oh, to clarify to somebody in the chat, they said Ryoko. No, I wouldn't say that Junko without despair is just Ryoko. Like, there's more to Ryoko than just that, so I do find her interesting.
Yeah, no, Ryoko's great. She's one of the best parts about Danganronpa Zero.
Yeah, I was gonna say DRS is interesting because like you can play as. It's kind of like there's like AUs because you can play as Isuru or you can play as Hinata. Same with Usami and Monami. So it's like okay, so or also I mean, well that's different, but there's also of course Sho and Toko, but with the earlier ones, it's kind of like okay, so you kind of have to pick. So, like,
Yeah.
What's the story here? Like either Mukuro is pretending to be Junko in the machine, or Junko's actually there. So I think it's very interesting. Amusing.
They should have just given her better sprites so she could be herself.
I like the idea that Junko was literally just like, Mukuro, put on the cosplay. Nobody wants to see your actual self. Just pretend to be me and don't say anything about it the entire time.
Well, I think they actually there is kind of a plot reason why Mukuro's in disguise for DRS, but
And it's because we don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
well, there's that too, but they do also kind of give a real reason for it in game as well. But
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna start scrolling through.
I just remember like when they showed off all the DRS artworks, I was like, I'm kind of upset. No one is wearing shoes. I'm like, they could have put some Crocs, some sandals on. Everyone has feet now, and I'm like, you know, we barely even see the like full body sprites. So what's the point? Why'd you draw all these feet?
Because
I'm trying to put some shoes on.
then they have to design shoes. Maybe they just didn't want to design shoes. I don't know.
I'm like, come on, guys.
But are shoe designs really worse than feet? Like, come on, just make the shoes.
Or sandals, yeah.
I don't want Monokuma's wiki feet.
What do you think Monokuma's wiki feet rating is? Let's do a new poll.
10 out of 10. Best.
Play again.
God.
Oh, here's one. How silly do you think Rantaro's backstory of losing 12 sisters is? It's not silly at all, because they all went to Shinguji's sister.
God. No.
No.
This is so
Like,
sad.
Rantaro,
Can
you
we
look
get
familiar.
100 dead friends?
God.
Can we get some
F in the chat. F's in the chat.
F's in the
least
chats
12.
for Amame's sisters, please.
Yeah, I think he mentions them in DRS too.
Yeah, like I don't really have that much of an opinion on his sisters though. Just as much as I don't have that much of an opinion on Amame himself.
Yeah. I wish I did. Amame is like one of those characters who it's like, I wish I liked you so much, but you just have nothing going on.
Yeah, I definitely laughed when I got to that point in the V3 video where it's like, hey, Avocado Man, who's Spencer's #1 customer, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no,
He is!
he is!
I've been in a Spencer's recently. I'm pretty sure I could assemble his outfit.
I'm pretty sure I saw him in there.
Yeah, I saw Rantaro Amame the other day. Great guy.
Oh god, no, Marcy, don't get us started on that. No.
No, I'm avoiding it as much as possible.
You're holding it back. Okay.
So who's the #1 Hot Topic customer?
Oh geez, that's a good question.
Probably Celeste.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. Or would she be the one who's like, these aren't historically accurate?
Yeah, she would get like all picky about it.
Yeah.
I think
She only goes there when she absolutely has to.
either her or
Ibuki,
her or
yeah,
Junko.
you know what? Probably Ibuki.
Oh yeah, also
Actually,
true.
yeah, Ibuki.
I mean, like
and,
of course.
Ibuki already
Soda
looks. Ibuki already looks like she
maybe
walked
Soda.
right out of
Ibuki
a
already
Warped
looks
Tour.
like she bought her outfit at Hot
Yeah.
Topics. Also, I actually found an Ibuki pin at Hot Topic, so confirmed.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's very good.
Soda exclusively shops at FYE and nowhere else.
Did he get the the terrible ramen socks that we saw?
Yeah, the send nudes ramen socks.
God, it's terrible. I hate those so much.
No.
God, we're getting a lot of V3 related questions in general, which I guess only makes sense.
Yeah.
True. More
Hiya.
VR1 questions.
Do you think that Monokuma's character in V3 was downgraded or worse than in the other games? He's my favorite character, and I've heard that this character in particular was just worse in V3.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. I'm glad
And,
I'm not the only one.
and the reason for that is pretty simple. He was a last-minute inclusion. They pretty much admitted that during the development of the story that Monokuma was not involved from the start, and they basically put him in last second because they were like, oh, well, shit, it's not really Danganronpa without him, though, is it?
Yeah.
I had realized that earlier.
But was it just the monocubs, or were the monocubs also?
I think the monocubs were also last minute additions, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was running the game?
But they were just left to their own devices.
It's like
Can you
someone's voice
imagine a
from the
Danganronpa
speaker.
game without some bear mascot? I can't.
Like Samuki goes on like a voice changer over the loudspeaker in the school. It's just like, yeah, we didn't have Monokuma in the budget, so just, I don't know, kill each other maybe.
The licensing
Just
fee
think
was
about
too
it.
high.
Yeah. What's
Oh, did
happening?
someone say Kokichi at the Hot Topic? I could see that.
Yeah, true.
What's even happening in this game right now?
I don't know. I think the girls are having a date.
Campfire.
Yeah. I think Komaru's about to sacrifice someone in the campfire, yeah.
Can it be Haiji?
About to sacrifice Monokuma.
Can it please be
Oh, yeah.
Haiji?
Oh yeah, someone, there was a question earlier that, you know, on the same vein of favorite character, least favorite character in
It's
Danganronpa.
Haiji
It's
Toa.
Haiji.
It's Haiji Toa.
I mean, in all of Danganronpa, yeah, Haiji.
Yeah.
But if we had to limit ourselves to students, who would it be?
Oh, in terms of students.
Teru, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. But I don't think about him enough to really hate him. He just exists.
Also true.
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy the other pervert characters either, but at least
Yeah.
Yamada is, like, funny and likes anime, and Miyu has
And Miyu
more
is
going
Miyu.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, just thank God they didn't put Haiji in this game.
Yeah.
I know.
They
I'm
would
like,
not
oh,
know.
jeez. Haiji
Boy,
interacting with other characters? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Nope.
I guess
Especially
I
not-
would
yeah.
say that my least favorite, I guess, would be Toko. Can I say that on chat?
You can say it, but I will fight you.
Yeah, you can't say it, but you're wrong.
Yeah. I do
mean-
like her more now, but I just.
Yeah, I mean, like, everybody's got their preferences and
There is
stuff, so
something
it
kind
makes
of
sense.
funny about how her cover was blown in chapter 2, and then it was kind of like, oh shoot, what do we? Well, she can't murder anyone now.
Comfortable. Like, I always feel like I'm. Like, she's one. It always feels like she's 1 second away from just, like, saying something that veers on, like, harassment. Of
Yeah,
the abs-
that's true. That is, like, one thing that I would say is actually, like, definitely contentious about the way Fukawa is written is just, there's a lot of, like, weird, overly sexual sort of, like, undertones to things that she says sometimes that I'm not really a huge fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how dare she harass Aoi like that?
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
I do like how
He's
Sakura
like,
is like,
just
you better shut up. about
Yeah.
my-
Yeah. To the people in the chat that are surprised, I don't like. I still don't hate Toko. She's my least favorite.
And I mean, like, yeah, of course, like, you know, obviously, I don't think anybody in the chat is doing this, but, like, we kid, we rib, we are like, oh, well, my opinion is the correct one, but, like, there is no wrong opinion to have, though.
No.
Except
I
for
think
yours.
it's the only opinion
It's like
that's
picking
wrong.
your least favorite evolution. It's like, at the end of the day, you like them, but it's like, if I have to pick one, I guess it's this one, so.
Yeah.
The only objectively wrong opinion is that Haiji did nothing wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another very broad one. I'm not sure how far it'll go, because I don't know how many people in here are, Radioheads like myself, but, best Danganronpa music track.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
That's a hard one. That's really hard,
Ooh.
actually.
No, it's very simple, actually. It's Rise and Shine, Earth Sign, 500 hours.
Well, I do really love the DRS remix CD that came with like the collector's edition, and I mean I always just love the main opening theme, and the remix of it is really good and also goes on longer. So I'm like, yeah, more of what I already like. Love it.
Yeah. I liked Logic Dive from the second game.
I would
also,
say...
Monamise. I like.
Oh, yeah. Monami's theme is
Yeah.
easily one of the best.
Whatever. Yeah.
I think if I really had to pick, it would definitely like it would be a hard tie between Scrum Debate from V3 and just maybe like just the first version of New World Order.
Yeah, that's a good one. Box 16, baby.
Box 16 is also very good.
That song slaps. There's really no bad song in like, well, there's like
There
maybe
isn't.
one bad song, but most of them go pretty hard.
Yeah, pretty much.
I also like Beautiful Days. I know it's just kind of like the optimistic music, but I'm like, but it's really nice. I always like hearing it. It's very like refreshing and upbeat.
How about the execution music? Ayo.
Yeah,
Actually,
The last one.
we had
I've
a
got
pretty good one about this. Yeah.
yeah, I actually think, in spite of how kind of doo-doo the execution itself is, I think Gonta's execution music, Bugs Panic, is my favorite variation of it.
That's my favorite one. I love that.
Oh no, I can't learn more skills. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh, also, just some runner-ups. Dangan Vegas is up there for me.
Yeah.
And Miss Monomi's Practice Lesson, and
Love it.
New World Order. New World Order is always gonna be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Ah.
Beautiful Eye is great
Oh,
too.
Oh, true.
You know what?
$5 from
if
the
we're
pro
talking about,
wrestling
like-
guy. Oh, there
Don't
wasn't
love
a.
the soundtracks.
Sorry, I was just gonna read that off real quick.
Sorry.
Somebody just saying, "You are amazing" with $5 super chat. So thank you. Anyway, continue.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, the anime opening and endings, they're really good.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta love
Yeah.
the never say never rap.
Yeah.
I do actually really love the Never Say Never
I
rap.
really love the
And no,
end
it's
theme
so
of the
good.
first anime too. Yeah, the end theme is really good. Yeah.
It's like, it is completely corny, hokey bullshit, but it's my completely corny, hokey bullshit.
Let's
Yeah.
spin.
Oh, are you gonna? Oh yeah,
Yep.
gotcha.
Oh, we got Nanami
Okay, so
first,
there's
baby.
3 different gotcha moves. Would you
Austin.
get- I'm behind, so.
Yeah, I got a swimsuit
I'm
Nanami.
behind.
Oh boy,
Ooh,
swimsuit
nice.
Nanami.
Oh, goody! Holographic gamer girl again.
Everybody is like
Oh,
so
the thing
convinced.
is you can only get one each time. Like you can't get repeats of the character cards. So
Everybody is very convinced that Austin hates Nanami. By the way, would you like to clarify your statement, sir?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't. I think Nanami from Super Danganronpa 2 is fine. I don't like Danganronpa 3 Nanami at all, though, and I never will. Nothing you say can convince me otherwise.
yeah, I like Nanami and SDR2, especially that since she's kind of like Chihiro's like little programmed best friend, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of adorable. Like,
I just like her. She's so sleepy and so soft.
and so hyper fixated on things. I mean, relatable.
Peko, let's go. We love
Okay,
Peko.
Pekko's good. Pekko's good.
Okay,
I
let's.
get upset when people ever just reduce Nanami down to being like she's just fan service or that she's.
Yeah, no, like
cardboard.
she's definitely got like more
Yeah.
aspects to her.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Death Peckle.
In game.
There were a few like really mean comments on the Danganronpa 3
Aw.
video where it was just like your teardown of Nanami was so bad it sickens me. You're disgusting.
Damn.
Which
I don't know if you know the mechanics of the cards because there's also like there's like character cards which allow you to play as them, but there's also like power-up cards that each character gets, and that's where you get all of the alternate artwork from various collaborations
yeah,
over the years.
I was wondering about that
Yeah,
because I'm
so-
seeing those.
So the ones that's their actual like CG are the ones that are like you can actually play as. But
I gotcha.
The
Oh,
other ones
credit.
are like
Pity.
another Kaede in her swimsuit. Oh, you can finally see Kaede's swimsuit moment. Where,
And it's okay. That's fine,
Yeah.
I guess.
We gotta have something to look forward to. Aw, that's a cute one.
Well, I just know there's a couple events locked behind different outfits. Like I know, or I think like the ultra sparkly whatever the highest like grade one is has all the events in it obviously, and like I think like the hidden final event is in that one too. So
Let's go ahead and play as Nanami.
AKA my favorite, the Sakurawi dinner date with candlelit dinner date is my favorite event. Yeah. Well, you got choices now.
So, do we want to get another question in?
Urchiaki.
Shin.
Let's see here.
Oh,
I need
she's
to check
smart.
the newest stuff. Do
Yeah.
you think Monokuma will ever do anything about that hedgehog? We can only hope.
I mean, I don't know. He's been on the up and up recently. I feel like Monokuma would really be squandering his character development.
Yeah.
Sonic is a god, so.
Yeah, true. Also true. Do you think that Monokuma can handle him? He only wishes.
Gotta go.
In Danganronpa 1, do you think it would be more interesting for the story if Maizona actually did end up killing Kuwata, or is it better the way it is?
I think it's better the way it is.
I think it's better the way it is. I did like the little bit of spice that the manga adaptation added, where Leon actually didn't kill Sayaka, but Sayaka killed herself and made it look like Leon did it, and then Leon still got executed anyway. Because Monokuma wanted to make an example of him, so he broke his own rules, and that comes back in a Trial 6 in the manga. So I think that's interesting. That would have been cool.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
I should have paid attention to that.
That goes from different people's perspectives, or is that the one?
Oh yeah,
Like,
you're fighting the boss.
Yeah, I didn't know what he I didn't know what he was referring to when he said the destination. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I was like, oh no.
oh shit. Yeah. You're not ready.
No.
No,
Gone for execution.
not the gamer girl.
I didn't kill her on purpose. People will accuse me, but that's not true. That's revisionist history.
Trial time.
Anyway.
Let's see, what else do we have here?
Jeez.
What do you guys think about the 10th anniversary outfits? They're fine.
Yeah, they're...
Not ugly.
I love Sakura's little kimono. It's so
Akane's is
adorable.
gorgeous. I love Akane's.
Akane's is really good.
Also, I really like that there's the two color variants are also really great. Or I really like the Sakura and Aoi's actually like basically match in the color variant one. So because they're both like kind of gradating red to white, and I'm like, oh, so cute, they match.
I think you're too under-leveled for this room.
Yeah, you might need to.
Yeah, I'm going back.
It's hard because you have to land on the exit square. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, the gold rod. That's a good weapon.
You got
Yeah, damn. 5 to 43.
Oh damn, you might be able to beat something.
gamer girl has a sword.
Gamer girl has a sword.
Yeah, as far as my opinions on the 10th anniversary sprites go, I think some of them are okay, but I think others are like just really like weirdly mismatched in terms of color and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't like Nikon's is a little awkward.
Yeah, true.
I hate her.
I honestly don't
I-
like Saihara's that much either.
Forgot what Sakura was.
He's got kind of like a brown suit type thing going on.
Oh,
That's
yeah, that's...
right. Yeah,
yeah.
like his Sherlock Holmes looking one. Is that
Oh
what it was?
no, that's
Oh, no.
bad.
Yeah.
That too?
That's
Yeah.
bad.
The cold hard truth is that as far as I go, I just don't know enough about fashion to really have much of an opinion.
What do you mean you don't know anything about fashion? You have the Freddy Freaker shirt. It was great.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. I'm the most fashionable man in existence.
Oh, did you actually get a good surgery? Oh damn.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh damn.
What kind of
Sweet.
are we getting anyways?
I don't know.
Whoa, big boost.
Gamer girl hacks. You can go fight the boss
you can
now.
beat the bug now.
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
You definitely could.
Gamer girls just speed running.
she's got speedrun strats.
Oh, Austin, I have a request for the next question. You got to bring out the one that we thought was really good, the dinner question.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me get that, because me and Marcy talked about this because it was one of the ones that we got like on the first day. Yeah, hold on, it's like way down here.
Should I try to break to the bathroom real quick while you're trying to find it?
Yeah, it might be good.
I drank too much
Oh,
water.
Yeah. Chihiro's 10th anniversary outfit is interesting. It kind of makes her look like a leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun
Child.
Chihiro.
Chihiro's
Yeah.
swimsuit outfit, though, is the best in my opinion.
So good. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, if someone had to draw all of them, yeah, like I some of them, like again, you guys said like Tsumiki's one, yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't understand what is she wearing.
What is
But,
this? Yeah.
Akane's is definitely like the best.
Mikan's is even worse with the color variant because it becomes like yellow and you're like, oh, that looks even more awkward. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm actually gonna bring it up because I don't remember what half of these look like.
It's okay.
You have to
I
look it
mostly
up.
just remember Sakura and Aoi's because I painted both variants of them because I thought they're really cute. And I have both of their little standees.
Aw.
Aoi's regular one is really cute too because it's kind of like, it's very, I mean, is that what's called a mermaid cut? I don't know fashion either, but
Oh yeah, no, I remember
Okay.
these now.
Okay, I'm back.
I like Mondo's. I love how
yeah.
Oh yeah. His goes
Has a
hard.
very fancy decked out outfit and I'm like, yeah, I can respect that. It looks great.
Why is Amami just cosplaying as Kizakura?
Milady.
So many fedoras. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a
I
very
like,
cursed thing to come back to.
I like Hoshi's hat.
Milady.
oh, she's got a good hat. I kind of I there's something about Tenko's that is, I don't know if I love it or I hate it, but I love the variety.
Okay, I got the question up by the way. It was way down there.
Okay, yeah.
If you could have dinner with one Danganronpa character, who would it be and why?
Is it a date? That's an important
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, no, because the way that me and Marcy handled it is that we gave an answer for like every particular situation that this dinner could be in.
Because, like, if it's just, like, if you want to have a casual evening out that's, like, you know, just, like, fun, talking to somebody, like, low pressure, I think it would probably have to be one of the protagonists.
Yeah.
For me. Probably, like, if I had to just choose one of them, then it would probably be, like, Hinata. If it was for, like, food reasons, like, we're just having a great time eating food, then, like, it has to be Owari, obviously. Because she would know. And if it were pure... there was the other one. If it were, like, for intellectual reasons, like, I want to pick somebody's brain, it would have to be, like, one of the, like, more... out there characters, but so I wouldn't pick Oma for that because he's annoying. And Komaida would be like one of those picks probably. But the determining
Yoko would
factor,
be interesting in that regard.
the determining factor for me on whether or not I would choose Komaida or Junko is, are they allowed to kill me? If they're not allowed to kill me, then I'll go with Junko. If they are, then I don't think Komaida would have a motivation to kill me, so I'll go with him instead.
Yeah.
If I'm armed with snipers, that's a different story.
What about just like dates? Take them out.
Then it's, I mean, that's a cop-out answer for me because everybody knows that I love Celeste, so.
Celeste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to a traditional Japanese restaurant with Sakura. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would really like to have dinner with. This might be unpopular, but I think it'd be really interesting to like to go out to dinner with like Korekio and like have him tell me about anthropology stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he's very knowledgeable about it.
Because I feel like he's probably the one that could actually carry on a conversation that wouldn't wear me out.
Yeah, because he'd be able to, like, tell you interesting things about, like, the different cultures and stuff, but also, like...
Exactly.
He's also very soft-spoken, too, though, so, like, he'd be able to sort of dial it back a little bit and not go on for too long.
Plus, I wouldn't have to be grossed out by worrying about seeing him chew with his mouth open.
Yeah, true. Everything he eats just disappears into a void whenever he opens his mask.
Or coma about that.
Yeah. My opinions are mostly the same as Marcy's. If it's a pleasant evening out, then it's one of the protagonists, like Hinata or Kaede. If it's to quench my thirst for knowledge, then it's Komaeda. If it's just for the sake of eating, then definitely like Asahina or Owari. And if it's because woman, then Kirigiri or Junko.
I think Chihiro would be fun to have dinner with too.
Oh, he's so cute though.
Oh.
I think for me, oh wait, are you done?
Oh, I was just going to say, if I had a runner-up, it would probably be Fukawa, just because I feel like she would appreciate the gesture, but would outwardly be really mad about it, which is fun to dance around.
Yes.
Alright, if it were me, I would definitely go out with a dinner with Komaeda, and I would live tweet it.
Yeah.
I think that's something you have to like share the experience with, and also
Yes.
You gotta like try not to die. You never know what's gonna happen.
Try being
Or it
the
might be a
keyword.
nice under that
After you,
table,
it's
you
like,
know.
oh, I hope the restaurant's ceiling doesn't come down on you.
I mean, if it came down on you, he would miraculously escape because that's how the luck
Exactly,
works.
no, like be careful around him because his luck will not affect you well, probably.
For real.
I
But
think
you
it
know,
would
he
be...
could also pay for my meal. He's rich, so.
Yeah,
True.
yes.
That's true.
That's correct.
I think
Hope
it
they
would
don't
be...
accidentally put allergic food in your
I think it would be, like, just really intimidating if throughout the entire dinner, Komaeda just, like, names things like, oh, I hope the waiter doesn't pour, like, it's scalding soup all over you the entire time, because that wouldn't affect me in any way.
I don't know.
Or so it's just like, oh, I hope he doesn't get your order wrong. And I'm like, okay, thanks.
You're on your way to the dinner and Komaeda's in the car and he's like, you know, people die statistically in car accidents even while wearing seatbelts all the time.
I just thought that was interesting.
No.
Dinner
That would
date
be
with Mew, that would be
YOLO.
something.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I think she would like say something that would just like completely like make me not want to eat anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like,
who makes a scene in a restaurant. That's Mew.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd also want to go on dinner with the ultimate imposter. I feel like he knows some good spots to eat.
True.
Yeah, no, I think
Really? Yeah.
he's up there. Ibuki could be fun, also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
She's somebody who
That'd be
would
like a
get
concert and a date.
Yeah.
Komari might be interesting. She has like weird taste in food.
Oh yeah, I seem to like vaguely remember that.
I don't remember
It
that.
was like fish eye and kangaroo or something.
Really? God. What are you
That's
doing?
terrifying. Kamaru, an ordinary girl with very weird tastes.
That's how she's
Yeah,
in a
I mean, she was
Danganronpa game.
Ordinary
She wants
after all.
kangaroo.
isn't she?
She can come to Australia.
The normalest weirdo you've ever met.
Oh, someone said a dinner date with Gonta could be a vibe. I think
Yes.
that's cute.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, it'd be like training him to be a gentleman.
Yes,
Aw.
and you guys can go ballroom dancing too.
Oh, like Beauty and the Beast style. That'd be cute. Aw,
That's so cute.
that's so cute.
Which Danganronpa characters would use Tumblr? Sumugi. Next
Yeah.
question.
Sumugi. Absolutely.
Too real.
I think
Computer would post her photos though, you know.
I think
His
Soda
blog.
I think Soda definitely uses it as well.
What would Soda use for, though?
Like, just really, like, obscure machinery post.
I also
Yes.
was thinking you'd be like horny on main.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and, like, anime
mean, yeah.
pinup photos.
Gundam canonically has a blog, so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Just
No,
we
he
get,
has a role-playing Tumblr.
we get to
I
see-
like to...
He would be like me. I used to
I
have
like to believe...
tons
Yes.
of Danganronpa roleplay blogs back in the day.
Exactly.
I like to believe that Gundam, like, thinks he's above Tumblr. He just has, like, a Neo-Cities.
Oh my God. For a Gaia Online, yeah.
Yeah.
I play Neopets like all the true.
You should see my puffles on Club Penguin.
Check out my
Definitely
fairy
there with
Google
Buffy
anyway.
who was bad and he cried about it. Well, he tried to not cry about it when Club Penguin went down.
The keyword being tried.
Yeah, I was like, are there hamster Neopets? I guess there aren't. Oh, there's Meepits. Oh god, he would have Meepits.
I don't look like hamsters.
Oh yeah.
Meepits and Feepits.
Meepits. Yeah, Meepits. I actually worked for a boss who used to work at Neopets, and he also was the guy who invented the Meepit. And I'm like, wow, I'm just sitting in the company of celebrity right now.
Yeah.
Was that during the Scientology era of Neopets?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I think he was there at the earlier end. I don't know. Well, obviously, if he invented the Meepit, he must have been there earlier. But at least the Scientology never bled into the actual site all that much.
Yeah, like they resisted it pretty well, thankfully.
It's just buck wild to think about.
It is.
I
So
still
you
have my like.
do Warrior Cats RP together.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
See, Warrior Cats
I
was
still have
never
my-
something that I
yeah.
got into.
Yeah, same. I know people who are like really into it, but it was just like after my time. I prefer
Yeah.
the patrician's choice of children's books, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, I was a big Redwall fan back in the day. That was my animal fantasy book of choice.
Everybody needs to read Animorphs is my recommendation.
Oh, yeah,
I
true,
always hear good
absolutely.
things, yeah.
That it kind of traumatized me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would.
Or I got into the Owls of Ga'Hoole later because I was just like,
Oh,
I need some audiobooks
yeah.
to listen to.
I remember
And I was like,
Ga'Hoole.
oh yes, birds, yes, because there's just like, or that was one thing that always disappointed me about a lot of the animal things. It was just like, who cares about birds? And I'm like, I do. So Ga'Hoole was like, oh god, finally, just birds. Oops, all birds. This is what I signed up for.
This isn't a question on the telonym, but since we were talking about Neopets, I'm gonna send this in the stream text chat just in case you guys don't know what it is. How do you think Gundam would feel about the doodles from Toontown?
I think he'd be very concerned on how it eats.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
That's
really,
some
it's really like,
insane wiki feet.
it's really just like one really big mouth and then a stomach.
I think he would love it, but he would just be terrified of like.
He wouldn't, he would love it, but he couldn't look it directly in the eye.
Yeah, like he can't turn away some kind of creature in need, but he would just be like the whole time he'd be like, "Ah, you poor suffering thing."
Yeah.
I like how the picture you sent, the little guy's called asparagus.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's,
For the chat, this.
he's green and
Asparagus.
speckled. Yeah, Marcy, can you put asparagus on the screen?
I can try. Let's see.
Just put him right under the viewer count.
Hold on, let me open up the chat real quick. Okay, open. Oh, actually, I'll just save
Sorry
the
for
image.
forcing gameplay.
No, yeah, you need to see asparagus. I'll save him over this picture of Brian Griffin that I have for some reason.
Isn't it confirmed that Gundam generally hates humanoid animals?
Gundam
I
hate
don't
birds.
know. I think it was more that he doesn't associate with like farm animals.
Oh, really?
Domesticated animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hamsters
And Neopets aren't. I don't.
What's a humanoid animal?
furries?
Yeah, or like, do you mean he's not a furry? Is that what we're saying?
He's like, I can't stand
Yeah,
those
that's
furries.
Debate.
Yeah.
They pervert nature.
Gundam's persona would be.
That honestly does sound like something Gundam would say.
He meets Jade Harley and has a panic attack.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Jade doesn't like the fur suits and all that, but like I guess just having the ears or a tail would probably be concerning to him.
See, look at asparagus.
Yeah,
Look
look
at him.
asparagus.
Okay.
Very beautiful creature, majestic.
Oh.
All right, that's enough asparagus. Now back to the game.
Asparagus just makes me think of the asparagus chias on Neopets. Where you could just paint them random vegetable and I think it was just vegetables, maybe fruit too. Yeah.
It's so huge.
He's big.
The world's biggest asparagus.
Junko, get on this.
What in the fresh fuck is that? That's asparagus. Be nice to him.
Asparagus.
He's my boy.
No legs?
No legs?
No legs.
No arms either. Actually.
New channel mascot, asparagus.
He's gonna be in all of my intros from now on.
Just hide him somewhere in every video. The secret asparagus.
Don't tempt me, you know I'll do it.
Oh no, that's why I said it.
Do it.
Oh, it's time to fight the tiger.
He died in one hit.
Okay, yeah, that's usually how it goes. Once you have the tiger scroll, it's like
You can actually go to the second island this time.
Yeah.
pork burger pork.
Come on, let's go to the diner. Just have to go.
Oh, I lost 732 Jabber coins.
Yeah, Rise and Shiner sign, give us your money.
Okay, that's okay.
I remember one time, so like there's an item that'll increase the likelihood of like events happening, such as these. And I remember there was one game where it just kept on being the event where they rob you, and I was like, this is not what I asked for. I wanted more surgeries. I did not want more freaking being robbed blind by Monokid.
The monkey paw curls.
I want more events. No, like that. It's the SpongeBob holding his arms out under the bus meme.
Yeah. I want more events without Mono Kid.
Without losing all my money.
Yeah. I actually think like one of the most underrated funny moments in Danganronpa is that one question in Trial 6 of Super Danganronpa 2, where it's like, what's going to happen to all the what's going to happen to all the survivors? And it's like, I'll lose all my mono coins.
Yeah. I'm also very partial to. I'm very partial to the Hifumi's pants answer.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that.
I like
appreciate it because
the
Aoi and
moment.
Sakura. Yeah.
I like the moment when when Hagakure and Monokuma just start talking in like text emojis.
Yeah. Everything's better with emojis.
You put a smiley face after everything, and it immediately becomes positive.
See this? You
No matter how
just
happy
all your money. Woo.
Oh, do you want to go up the bridge?
Can I?
Yeah. That's how you get to the second island.
That's how
Oh.
you like, well, if you roll something higher than a 1, you can.
Yeah. What are you gonna
Oh,
do,
boy.
Monotaro?
Dang, guys, game progression.
Anyway,
Here's an interesting one. Do you think Komaida was kidding about his illness? The manga shows him having light hair even as a child with his dog. That's really funny to me, so I want to say yes.
I mean, on one hand, like, to give a serious answer, no. But also, on the other hand, in the interest of being funny, it would be incredibly funny if he was just, like, going around telling people different stories about random illnesses he has.
Oh, I just want to say quickly, if you get a fresh salmon card, that's just good for selling, so...
Oh, okay, I
you
gotcha.
find so basically, if you leave it in your thing too long, it'll be a rotten
It'll
salmon
rot,
card, and
yeah.
It'll do nothing.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
finally.
just remember I had a
Chapter
note, it was
2.
like, what is it? Yeah,
Finally, I got across the bridge.
finally. Leon!
Oh no,
Leon.
my towels
Oh,
are
no.
wet.
Oh, damn.
God.
Are we gonna, like, voice act this?
No,
No.
No.
Suddenly.
there's not enough time. We gotta get through more questions.
I'm just always so, it's just always so funny. It's just like, you never know what's gonna happen, who you're gonna get in this roulette of...
Oh my god. The
Character
comment,
interaction.
hey, Hajime, I got ligma.
Ligma.
You know, it's a really terrible condition, Ligma. Would you like to ask me more about it?
I remember one of my favorite interactions is like Leon and Sakura, where Sakura just calls him like an unfortunate man or something. I was just like, because Leon's been talking about how he doesn't want to put hard work into anything, and Sakura's just like, I see. It was just really funny.
I love him.
Hold on. I was thinking if I was trying to remember if there was any one specific question. There's one that I know that I have to talk a lot for, so we might as well get that one out of the way.
Yeah, I will reserve my joke for Komaeda telling Ibuki that he has jaundice for later.
But I think you know the one I'm talking about, though.
I know the one. It's a very long question, so give me a moment.
I apologize to everybody for how long it's going to take me to answer it.
Yeah, I know. I got the whole spiel when I was over there a couple weeks ago.
Take it away.
Where is it?
I feel like it was like relatively recent, but it did probably get buried under the new influx.
Yeah, it did.
I appreciate it.
We're talking about rhythm games.
Oh, that's cute. Aw.
Yeah.
It's talking about the panic debate, whatever that thing's called.
Okay, I think this is the one. Okay. Hi. First of all, just wanted to say how much I loved your Danganronpa retrospective, even if there were parts I may have disagreed with, but that's the beauty in such huge and well thought out projects that it may differ from person to person. I have 2 questions. 1. Which case/character do you find underrated in the larger fan base from your knowledge of it at least, or to take a twist on it, which character/case in your retrospective you found that you were underrating a bit prior to re-experiencing the games, anime, etc. So before I get to the second portion, which is going to take a lot longer, let's just answer this one really quickly.
Yeah, very quick. Honestly, I think that like Trial 2 of SDR2, I mean, like, it's still very popular, but I think it doesn't get mentioned as often. I think the game within a game angle is actually really interesting. I know there are some people that don't really like it that much because it kind of complicates things, but I just love the aesthetic of Twilight Syndrome. And as far as re-examining the games, I would honestly say a lot of V3, like, not that I'm perfect with everything in it. I still like have a lot of misgivings with it and generally would rate it under the other main entries in my personal opinion. But as far as like the amount of times I've played the games, V3 I definitely played the least compared to the rest. So going back through it did make me like really appreciate some aspects of it a lot more.
Just to make it quicker, pretty much ditto with everything that Marcy said.
I don't know, are we answering this too?
Yeah.
Say, do you guys have any thoughts on that before we move on?
What was the question? I stepped away briefly.
Oh, it was just, what case character do you find underrated in the larger fan base from your knowledge of it? Or, to take a twist on that question, which case character in the retrospective that you found that you were underrating a bit prior to re-experiencing the games?
Okay, I think I have a answer for the
case or character?
like, chapter.
Yeah, it's like case or character.
Yeah, case or
I was
character.
like, what's a case character? Sorry.
Sorry, I meant like case/character.
Oh, okay.
I think chapter 5 of the first game, it's like the Mukuru one, right? Because it's like, it comes out of nowhere, it feels like. But then I really like the concept of the bad ending.
Yeah.
The ultimate ending, and like the fact that you kind of get betrayed. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I think that one might be a bit underrated.
Does that actually happen? Yeah. Because either it's like, oh, that sucks, or it's like, Makoto, why are you thinking of
Yeah.
Leave her alone. Anyway.
I had a thought about which one I thought was underrated. I've really grown to appreciate Byakuya more. I don't think he's underrated, but like compared to like some of the other antagonists from the games, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's got a lot
agree with
of
that.
interesting like development and stuff, and I think I too, when I was first reading the series, didn't give him enough credit just because I thought he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I was definitely on Allie's side. I was like, yeah, slap that jerk.
Yeah.
He's so awful. But I think, yeah, after learning a little bit more about his backstory and stuff, I'm like, okay, you're all right.
And I
Now his FTEs in my replay, and I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, and I do appreciate his development over the course of the series in general. Like he's still just always kind of a dick, but like it's obvious that he has like good intentions at heart.
I mean, that move where he like drinks the protein out of the poison bottle, that's pretty badass.
Yeah,
You're
Imagine if he just
kinda goes hard.
Right.
Imagine if he just accidentally poisoned himself.
Yeah.
Like, whoops.
He still probably wouldn't admit it. He's just like
He
I'm
just
doing
did.
this to prove a point.
For a hospital break. What if he just rushes him to just like the ambulance thing at like SDR2, or it's like, oh,
Yeah.
My friend and I, when we were replaying Danganronpa 1, we had this running joke where Byakuya just like every time he disappears, he just goes back to his room and cries why no one likes him.
oh.
Before we get to the bigger one, I want to address this chat in the question in the chat real quick, just because I know it's a short answer. 10 Carflow, $2 might have been asked thoughts on DR Another 1 and 2. I haven't played them yet. I'm going to, but I haven't played them.
It's on my to-do
Another?
list.
Oh, the fan.
The
game?
fan games.
They're very popular fan games.
Ah,
Anyway,
Okay. Yep. Let's get to the big one.
I've not
yeah.
played.
Yeah, okay. 2. It is really not a Danganronpa question, but I really want to experience When They Cry, specifically Higurashi and Yumineko in the near future, and I've seen parts of your videos on them, only parts because I'm someone who wants to experience any given media as unspoiled as possible besides general concept. For anyone who may also want to jump in onto these stories, what is the best way to experience them, and whether there has been any additional news since you put out those videos on them that interested parties should know about?
Okay, so this is kind of a multifaceted question, so I'm putting down the controller for a moment. Let's address each one individually first. First, Higurashi. There's an anime, there's a manga, and then there's the original VN. The anime is the least good. It's okay. It forms a cohesive story across 50-odd episodes, 2 seasons. Higurashi no Nakakoro ni 2006 and Higurashi no Nakakoro ni Kai 2007. Generally, I wouldn't recommend the anime, but especially because it misses out a lot of important details. But if you do, you're not really gonna miss that much. Like, I mean, you'll miss a lot, but you know what I mean. You'll get a complete story. The manga is a lot better. It's still sort of truncated, but you know, it's generally a pretty cohesive adaptation. It goes arc by arc, so just look up the arc order if you want to read the manga. It does different artists for each arc as well, so that's pretty cool. The VN is obviously the best choice. You can get it on Steam individually per arc. If you just like look up Higurashi on Steam, they'll have like a bundle where you can see them in order. From Manga Gamer, when you get it vanilla out of the package on Steam, it comes with sprites drawn by Manga Gamer themselves. Do not use those. They are bad. Go to search for 07th mod on Google. It will let you, they have like a little installer that you can use. It will replace the sprites with the console sprites and backgrounds and stuff, and give you full voice acting, so that's cool. Do that. Or you could just use Ryukishi's original sprites. They're toggleable in the options if you like the sort of charmingly amateurish artwork. For Yumineko, just read the VN. I mean, you can read the manga. The manga is pretty good too. The anime is simply not an option. It only adapts half of the story. It gets multiple details completely wrong and makes the mystery functionally unsolvable. You just don't watch it. It's really bad. It will make a worse impression on the series than anything else if you watch the anime only. The manga's pretty good. It's got some sort of director's cut content towards the end of it, so I'd recommend just going back to it even if you read the VN, but the VN's the best one. Again, it's on Steam from Manga Gamer. Wouldn't use the default sprites. You can use 107th mod. A better option would probably be looking up Umineko Project on Google. That's like a fan thing that ported the PS3 version very faithfully to PC. However, to get it, you have to like buy the game on Steam and have a serial code of the PS3 Japanese copy to unlock the RAR archive. So there are methods around this that are pretty easy to Google, but I cannot give you them legally. So good luck navigating the torrent of questions you may have about that in the future. And that's my answer.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just make it all quiet. I just am very human echo less in my life currently.
Yeah, you read it a long time ago, so you don't really remember that much about it.
I don't.
But I would say to anybody curious about either of them, like, they're some of my favorite stories ever written. Not that they don't have their problems, they certainly do, but I would just highly recommend both.
Yeah, I've got friends that are going through it currently, and they are in the answer arc, and it is quite a lot.
And now we can address LampGirl105. Is that pounds?
Pounds, yeah.
I love all the talent and hard work in your videos. Thank you.
Okay, Marcy, I think this one is mostly going to be a you and me thing, but if the others have any strong opinions, they can chime in. We know Makoto's a Game Grumps fan, and Munakata is a Markiplier fan. So who are each of the other pro tags' favorite YouTubers?
That's an interesting question.
I think Kaede is very fond of binging with Babbitt.
You know, actually, I could see that. I think Saihara, I'm trying to think, like, he seems like to appreciate sort of, like, intelligent commentary, but also, like, he's more laid back, so I don't think he'd be the type to, like, really enjoy people who are super loud, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I mean, like, maybe Saihara would like Some Call Me Johnny or something.
I had the exact same thought because I was thinking about it in my head. I was just like, yeah, no, Some Call Me Johnny is like the Saihara gamer tuber. I think Hinata is an H Bomber Guy fan.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hinata watches the Control-Alt-Delete video over the website.
Oh no, that means I'm Hinata.
It's a good video.
It's a good video.
I'm trying to wake up.
God.
Ibuki watches Super Mega True.
True.
I actually met him once.
Oh, really?
That was an experience. Yeah. It was actually, so there's like this small convention, it's like a small indie comics convention that sadly hasn't happened in the past few years for reasons. But like, for some reason, every year I went there, I would like meet someone that I was not expecting to. One year it was like one of the people who was in that season of the Great British Bake Off. And then the last year I went there, I was like, is that H Bomber Guy? And it was. And I was like, oh, hi. So that was, yeah. He seems like a cool dude. I only met him like very briefly, but it was just like, oh, well, that happened.
I saw he made a tweet earlier where he was like, got recognized on Overwatch 2 by a guy who was repeatedly pushing me into a hole. Most humiliating experience I've ever had.
Oh, Swanky Box. Oh, he totally, yeah, Saihara would watch Swanky Box.
Who in Danganronpa watches Germa? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That feels like something Ibuki would be into.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I actually think Oma would probably watch Germa too. I can't explain. I can't explain the logic behind this. I just think that like he would, and also he would be one of the people in the chat like always telling him to do something that he repeatedly says he will not do.
JC Long, $5. Wait, how do we know Makoto likes Game Grumps again? Well, because Kamakura also likes Game Grumps, just like him.
Yeah, we
had a long conversation about it.
Yeah, we made this was a joke from the Danganronpa 3 video, if anybody is confused.
Ah, that's right. Yes.
I still need to watch that.
Nothing brings Kamakura joy in this world, except, of course, the Mickey Mouse Capade episode of Game Grumps.
He just has like the tiniest smile in the corner of his mouth.
Yeah, it pleases me.
Who watches the Nostalgia Critic? Nice now. You're not going to make me fail no Nostalgia Critic November.
You can't do that. We're not going to change our icons to Doug Walker. Oh god. To honestly though, like if I actually had to choose an answer for that, like I think Yamada would watch Nostalgia Critic.
I think Yamada probably would watch Nostalgia Critic.
Oh.
He also watches Linkara. He's a big Linkara fan.
Okay, so I just got a text from my mother saying that the family will be home in about 20 minutes, so we're gonna have to go lightning round now.
Okay, we're gonna do a few lightning round, and then I'll explain my fan fiction for the people who wanted to know about that very quickly. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite dynamic between two characters?
That's kind of a broad question. If we're just going like very quickly, don't pin me down to these answers too hard. I may change my mind later. But Kamaru and Fukawa.
Yeah, those are up there. Also, I really like Negiri and Naegi and Junko.
Sakurai.
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 The girls of all time.
The girls of all time.
I do agree with Austin though. The potential dynamic between Naegi and Junko is also really good. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the hydraulic press actually crushed Kokichi. I think Oma's body just did that. True.
True. That is the canonical explanation.
Yeah.
Kodaka
I
told
gotta
me
say Komino.
What do you think of non-despair AUs? Play Danganronpa S.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like them.
But which Danganronpa characters would use fur affinity, Shinguji?
Yeah. Yamada would as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think Gundam would use for affinity. I think he would be like, no, that's a godless place. I do not go there.
Yeah, that is a godless place.
I think Samugi would.
True.
Yeah, Tsumugi
Also
probably
true.
would. But she doesn't use it for the way that it's intended. She just like tries to trawl like for the like weird human art and stuff and gets really disappointed.
Exactly.
Do you think Hope's Peak Academy has dental? No.
No.
They wish they had dental.
I think they don't wish they had dental.
Somewhere, that's it.
I was reading up on Danganronpa Togami. What the fuck is happening there? I don't know. I haven't read it.
I don't know. I haven't read it.
I only know vague things about it. Like I said.
I knew it existed, that's it.
Danganronpa Killer. Bad.
Yeah, bad. I don't like
Never
it.
heard
The art's kind of okay.
Yeah, the art's pretty okay, but I just
Yeah.
I think to give a sort of like brief answer that will satisfy the killer likers out there, or maybe it won't, I don't know. I just don't think that it really resonates thematically with the rest of the series very well. I think it bumps up against it in some ways that kind of like disappoint me, so that's my answer to that.
Yeah, pretty much same here.
Rose Graham 2 pounds, Komaida watches Dark Side Phil unironically. True.
Let's see. What else do we have here that is just like really short? What's your favorite Megumi Ogata banger? I like Sail.
Yeah, it's tough. Because I do really like Progressive from Ultra Despair Girls, but if it comes down to that or Break from V3, I think I'd have to go with Break.
Alright, Absolute Her Birthday or Poison? That's pretty good.
any of these.
Oh, they're the credit songs in each
Yeah,
Danganronpa
the
game.
credits
No,
song,
I think
yeah.
by the ending of it, I'm not paying attention to the credits.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh no, you're like
do-
reflecting on the game.
Uh, do you like Yasuke Matsuda's characterization? Generally, yes.
Generally, yes. I think definitely he has like some hitches, but overall, I think he's a pretty interesting character, and his motivations are, you know, they're fun to think about.
Let's see. I'm just scrolling down. Yeah, we've already answered quite a bit of these.
Yeah, there are a lot of repeats.
Yeah. How would you rewrite the Monocub's role in V3 if you had the power? I just wouldn't include them.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
I don't like any of them.
Which characters could you beat in a fight?
Komida.
Komida?
Yeah, Komaida's an easy answer. I don't know that I would want to fight a lot of the others. I feel like there are many of them who would utterly destroy me.
I also
I
think...
could take Yasuhiro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could either take, like, Hagakure, maybe Oma.
Yeah, I could definitely take Oma.
Beat that squirt.
Well, actually, no, it depends. Does Oma have setup time? Because if so, I might be a little fucked.
If
Yeah,
if
it's gonna be a
Oma...
situation where he's like, oh, I know what he's gonna do. And it's like,
Yeah. Also, I
He
think
trapped me.
I think I might be a little screwed just in general if he just had a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk of weapons, fist to fist.
What do you think about...
Yukio?
Oh, sorry.
Just punch him.
I could take Himiko in a fight. That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Fight her.
Push her over.
Yeah. Flipper.
You can pick her up one-handed, just toss her away.
I like her too much. I couldn't fight her. I would let her
That's true.
Yeah, I would let her beat me.
I
That's
wouldn't
also
counterfight.
that's also an answer I would give for a lot of them.
Oh, super chat. No question message. This is just that I binged your videos while it works, so thanks for the content, Dono. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
What do you think of the Danganronpa art style, generally speaking?
I think it's pretty okay. There at some points there are things that like I think kind of get a little weird, but generally speaking, I think it's all right.
God, I sure wish there was more female body types.
Yep, true.
Yep.
More Sakuras, please.
more...
Or just like, you know who I really like? I really like Hifumi's younger sister. Like, we don't have any like fat girls in Danganronpa, but her design's really cute.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
we just need characters and more muscle girls.
True.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Very true.
Yeah.
Penny...
Artistically, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Let's see. This is not Danganronpa related, but I want to put it out there anyway. Penny, for your thoughts on Bryce Papenbrook voicing Silver the Hedgehog now.
I think he's actually pretty good at it, honestly. I've said this before in other places. This is not a slight against Bryce Papenbrook himself. I think he's a talented voice actor. I just don't I'm not that big of a fan of his portrayal of Naegi or Komaeda. But as Silver, he's pretty good.
What's gonna be your strategy for the board game? Barely play it.
Yeah, pretty much.
None.
I have no strategy. I will just lose.
Yeah. What do you think of Beta Hoshi? He should have been longer.
They should have made him long cat size.
Yeah.
No.
Long cat Hoshi.
I think you would like that though.
Yeah.
This is just a question that I almost don't like. I get what they're asking, but I also don't understand how to answer it. It's what is your favorite body discovery?
Now Tenko's.
Like a reveal? Like, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, reveal wise, Komaida's probably.
Yeah, probably
yeah, that's
Komaida's.
I liked Tenko's.
Oh, it broke my heart.
Yeah,
Just-
it made me
As
so
much as I'm
sad.
like, yeah. Like,
That was like when I started liking Himiko. It was so sad.
I need to like, think about it a sec because I'm trying to remember all the. Sakura's. Oh,
Sakura's.
It is really like it hits pretty
break
well.
my fucking heart.
And the fucking Hajime no Ippo
Hers
reference.
is so interesting because it's more of like it's not a scary body reveal. It's just like a.
It's very
She is sitting
yeah.
smiling.
It's kind of like
somber,
almost
yeah.
wistful, yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of like shock or like whoa, yeah, like Komeida or even Sayaka's was still such a like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
fuck.
kind of the tone setter.
yeah.
I don't know how many
All the
minutes
others.
you think you will need, by the way, Austin.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do 2 more, and then we're gonna go to the little explanation thing.
Okay, because, yeah, I got about, like, 9 minutes left in me.
Yeah. Do you think Monodam is goated? Not as goated as Monosuke or Tengen, but he's up there.
No.
What a damn sweet.
I think, yeah, Monodam's pretty goated.
Yeah. And just for a final Marcy question, so you can have it out there, what are your plans for after the retrospective?
Oh, I'm going to be doing, like, retrospectives on a lot of other things, probably, as well. It's just going to be, like... I'm not going to do them all in sequence like I did with Danganronpa, because I think that ended up being kind of a mistake in terms of, like, burning myself out. I think I need to talk about more things sort of, like, switched out. So I'll probably, like, do one thing from a series, then one thing from another series, then switch back to the first one, so on. As far as next year, obviously, I hinted at this, but my big first video of 2023 is going to be about Undertale. And I guess I might as well announce here what I'm doing for my last video of this year. It's going to be about Yuminiki.
Great, good stuff.
Nice.
All right, let's get this over with. Okay, so that Fangen game that I brought up I guess Marcy brought it up in the Danganronpa 3 video. It was called Ultimate Danganronpa Worldwide Hope for Despair Revolution, and it was about the first inaugural class of the Hope's Peak Worldwide Initiative that we learned about at the beginning of Danganronpa 3. And basically what would happen is that the protagonist, whose name was Mako Sakuda, he and his classmates would be going around the world from various like Future Foundation safe houses that have been taken over by Monokuma or been raided by the remnants of despair, and there would be like different mono characters for each part of the world that they're going on to, and they had a plane. It was, have you ever watched Total Drama World Tour? It's like that. And then, pretty much typical Danganronpa shenanigans would ensue. Deaths, murder, execution, all that. We would slowly, through each chapter, start piecing together what happened to the surviving casts of Danganronpa 1 and Super Danganronpa 2, and basically figure that out as we go. The final 2 chapters would take place on Jabberwock Island and in Toa City, which has been ruined. And the Jabberwock Island one would feature clones of all of the other dead characters, because Hinata would have tried to bring back all of the different survivors, but he was never able to get them right. So they ended up being, like, similar but different, and they would all have their beta designs.
Cool.
And then in Chapter 6, all of the casts kind of converge, and the mastermind is an original character. His name was Junosuke Akira, and his whole thing was basically that he has like existed since around the time of the original Izuru Kamakura, and he basically like all of like the experimentation and like weird shit that happened at Hope's Peak is because of him driving Izuru Kamakura's will. And we also find out that Mako is technically Junko's brother. I
You have
was
to explain the Junko twist.
Yeah, the Junko twist is that literally Junko was created almost as like a pet theory kind of thing for Akira. She was also not necessarily a clone. She's like basically a lab test tube baby made to like cause despair, just because he wants to see like what would happen if this was put out into the open, kind of like Izuru Kamakura being like, I don't know, hope or despair, what we'll actually find out. So, and Mako is the hope version of that. I could say more, but we're running out of time. That's just the general synopsis. Maybe I'll talk about it again at some point.
Last thing I want you to explain, though, please talk about the Let's Play element.
Oh, yeah, right. So it was actually framed in the style of an Oren Ronin Let's Play, but it would be slightly metatextual. It would have been done by a person named Yayobu, and basically he would like post screenshots and stuff of the game as it goes along, and basically like the explanation for this is that like, the Danganronpa team had like this pretty much like 90% completed game. They basically scrapped it and then went on to do Danganronpa 3 and NDRV 3, but this is what their original concept was in mind. And throughout the story, we would find out through like little synopsises and interactions with people who engaged with the text that Spike Chunsoft is basically like sending lawyers and shit after him throughout the entire thing, and it's basically just a mad dash to get all of this game out there to the public before he's incarcerated. It's just a little funny side thing. But yeah, that's about it.
And I like it very much. Oh, also, I need to mention, by the way, the reveal that Komaida's clone ends up killing everybody, or killing all of the other clones.
Komaida's Beta Komaida gains his old memories from the Neo World program after an incident, and then he like sets up this big giant like island-wide murder mystery for the cast to solve that like leads to them finding all of the corpses of the other dead Beta characters and his own corpse. It's kind of fucked.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess now that we're kind of getting to the end here, I would like to thank everybody for watching, thank all the guests for being on here. It was really fun. And as a last thing, like kind of podcast style roundtable, everybody just, remind everybody who you are and plug your stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll just go.
You guys can go first.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go last.
Okay. Hi, I'm Grace Craft. I draw a lot of Sakurai. You can find me. All of my Tumblr, my Twitter is like Grace Craft with a K, like the macaroni and cheese, as I always tell people. But I also, not too long ago, did like a Kickstarter to make a little Sakurai art book of a bunch of the art I had done in like 2021, and that's available on my Etsy if anybody is interested, and also a really fancy, cute little Sakurai enamel pin. So if you're interested, you could probably find it on the link tree on my Twitter, I think. So yeah, check it out.
Hell yeah.
You want to go next, Key?
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Key. Cactus Key on all my socials except for YouTube, which is Keytube. But yeah, I'm an artist and I like Komaida. So if you want to see more stuff about Komaida, you can follow me.
I'm Tiny Leaf. Except on Twitter, I'm at the tiniest leaf. Tiny Leaf was already taken. I make YouTube videos. I usually talk about Danganronpa. I made a rewrite video. I also do a couple of character analyses, story analyses, and I'm currently in the process of rewriting the third chapter of Danganronpa V3. So feel free to check me out on Twitter or YouTube. I just like to talk about these silly video games.
Nice. Awesome.
And the people here mostly already know who I am. I'm Ostinato, Avstinato on Twitter. Go to deaconreconstruction.com, read Vast Error, donate to the Patreon if you like that comic. Watch The Simpsons. Season 33 is better than you think. Yeah.
No Seinfeld plug?
No Seinfeld plug. The people are going to have to wait to see what's up with that.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. All right, and I don't have to plug myself because this is my channel.
Wait.
But
yeah, thank you for having us.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is really fun.
It's a lot of fun. I'm sorry to the viewers that we didn't get to more questions. I felt like we'd be able to get to more, but when you get lost in the sauce, it's just fun conversation. It happens.
Yeah, and a lot of the questions were kind of repeats of questions that we already answered, so I didn't want to like just keep constantly like reiterating ourselves, so I tried to pick the best ones that haven't been done.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, I guess that's probably a wrap. So thank you to everybody for watching, and see you later.
Bye.
Bye.